Hey guys, what's going on? Fun upon here. Welcome back to Pathfinder Kingmaker. Since we last left off, I do recall that we did some edicts. We managed to go on a hunt, even. We did some exploration of the map, and we did quite a bit of quests and quite a bit of discovery about a certain disease that is going about. Or, more specifically, a parasite. For this stream, if I do recall correctly, we are going to fulfill some journal quests, namely dealing with the Goblin Menace that has popped up, and hunting the Lamashtu Faith. So, without further ado, let's just get into things and see what happens. Hopefully for the best. But who knows? So, if I recall correctly, we have 2, if not 3 quests listed for us. So we just have to complete those, and then we can go from there. Now, with that in mind, let us see what we have to go forward to, and we will see what comes up. Alright, for the journal, we have the Mother of Monsters and the Witch Hunt. Those are our current 2 quests that we have to do. We can also check out the Artisans of the Common Lands. We've got the Curse, Part 3, which will develop in quite a few days. We also need to bring Vulcan his 3 volumes. That's fine. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to start by focusing on the Mother of Monsters. Well, no. Either we're going to focus on Mother of Monsters first, or the Witch Hunt first, and then we'll work our way up to getting the... well, hopefully getting the Artisan formula for Vulcan at the last bit. So, yeah, let's just get into things. I don't think we have anything pressing for New America, so let's just get out of here and see what we get to do. Oh, wait, hold on. Before I do, I want to check to see if I got some relics for their for the trade-in. Okay. We got some money out of it. That's fine. Alright. Might as well take both. Ring of Luck and a +2 Headband of Intelligence. I mean, those are interesting items. They'll be worthwhile, I'm sure. Oh. Is something going on? It might be the people rioting or something. Stop yelling and listen to me. I'm trying to talk some sense into you. There's nothing to talk about, Alov. This is my home. Here I was born, and it's here I die. You dolt, that's what I'm saying. You stay and you'll die before your time. Can't you see what's going on? Monsters, goblins, and bandits. Turn your back for one moment and there's some fiend crawling right out of your neighbor's entrails. You talk too much. Just do your work. Pray to Erastil and stay close to your home and family. That's all there is to it. You've seen worse. Back when you were half your age and unmarried. Elric, old friend, think of Jenny and your little ones. What if some beast comes knocking at your door? You're a woodcutter, not a swordsman. We have to leave the Barrenly while we still can. Rest will have mercy, your grace. Forgiveness, your grace. We were just discussing the crops. I feel like, at least in this situation, I'd go for the neutral good option, strictly because Stephen Armstrong wants to give face to his people, but he'll be evil in most other circumstances, I feel. So he'd be keeping to his alignment in that regard. Because with him, having a guise and making the people think he's doing good is probably for the best. He doesn't write his own speeches, of course, as he says in the games, but in this circumstance, he's probably told that being good to the people is always a smart choice, versus, you know, being an evil tyrant just all the time. That said, you can definitely be evil in certain circumstances. I understand that you're worried about your close ones and yourself, but hear me. Without loyal, upstanding people by my side, I can never rescue this realm from the evil plaguing it. If you stay, I swear I will do everything in my power to put an end to this madness. Both men listen to you quietly, then look at each other, then clumsily bow to you. We understand, Your Grace. These are tough times indeed, and there still are things, all sorts of things you have to deal with. Don't go listening to the fools. The loyal and true will stand by your side. And the loyalty is what I need, more than anything. If I want to keep a community running like that is. I don't think I'm missing anything. Yeah, alright, let's get going.
I'm there.
We could probably go with it, just everybody here, and we should be good, because no companion quests exist right now. Which is good. It'll save me from having to go into different areas without, you know, making too much chaos going around. But I digress. Let's get going. Okay, let's see. Got Arbok Rock. Okay, we got some claim here in the Common Lands. But we want to get to the Shrine of Lamashtu, I think. And we also want to go up to somewhere here, I think. Is it Arbor Rock? No. Where do I need to go? It's somewhere here, I know that much. Oh wait, no, is it down south further? Like somewhere in the Common Lands? That would make the most sense. Troll Curing, Monster Den, Kobold Trail, no. Okay, looks like I'm having trouble finding it. Oh well. Let's see. Alright, visit the Goblin Village. Okay, where is the Goblin Village, though? Let's check my items. Maybe that'll help be a guide. Not the Weary Traveler. I'm looking for something else. Let's copy that recipe while we're at it. We want to sort by date from newest to oldest. Okay. Okay, I guess the best thing I can do is go to Keston right now and just go from there. Alright, yeah, let's go to Keston and then we'll worry about the rest later. Well, unless we find it along the way, but I digress. Oh, an edict? Supposedly. Warden needs my advice. I'm currently not there, so I'll have to wait on that. Okay, and that it's going to be 9 days before any particular edicts pop up of importance. So we'll just have to hope like heck we get there in time. Oh, somebody on the road. Cultist fighters, huh? Okay. Need to bark skin it up. Okay, well down goes Steven. That's fine. We'll live. Yeah, it's just a low health thing. Alright. Well, it appears cultists are running amok now, which is not good. So fun. Alrighty then. Well, considering they've attacked, that's not a good thing. Half tempted to massacre, though. Very half tempted. Okay, almost there. Try to avoid the enemies. Evade. Shrine of Lamashtu. Here we are. Secluded Lodge. We'll worry about the lodge later. For now, let's just go in. Okay. Oh, sorry. Let me actually reload that, because I forgot I needed to read, so my bad. I've just been like, bleh, dead-brained. Yeah, no, let's do some reading. I was just planning on skipping that, jeez. God. Alright, let's actually read the conversation. Seeing you, Keston nods. Under his coat, you notice a suit of armor. A sword hangs at his belt, and the guards are at the ready to fight. I'm happy to see you, my baron. While we were waiting, I have had enough time to choose a good place for the ambush. I have received your letter, Keston, and I came as soon as I could. Thank you, your grace. I've decided you'd like to see this place for your own eyes. Lamashtu's shrine is on the other side of the hill. I suggest we set an ambush right here. The visibility is good, so we can watch the cultists unnoticed, and choose the right moment to strike. If you wish, you can examine the location. Are we ready for ambush? Keston shakes his head. Not today. Come back later, and we'll get them when they least expect us. What do you know about Lamashtu? Keston frowns. Not much, your grace, but I've heard some things. Goblins, kobolds, and other wild beasts worship her. She helps them to breed, protect their young, and, for people, the blessing of Lamashtu is too dangerous for them. A woman can give birth to something so terrible that the villagers might decide to drive a mother and child out of the village, or worse. You can go down and take a look at the shrine. The scouts who've been watching the cultists told me about hideous rituals that were performed here. The cultists take figure and mutilate themselves, shriek like demons, and copulate in the mud. Keston frowns in disgust. I just can't imagine who'd be in the right mind, except for goblins, would ask for Lamashtu for help to agree to be part of this abomination. I must leave now. Wait for me here. Alright, let's check this place out.
In due time.
Oh. I guess in this time I could use this as a chance to rest, but it's not entirely needed. At the very least, I can just use this chance to get what I need from here. And see what's what, essentially. Alright, what's this? The stone is covered with strange images. Stone statue portrays mother of monsters. Okay. And okay, let's just get some rest then. And wait. Let's see. The journal states that I have to wait for a certain time. The first day of a week. So we gotta wait, essentially, I believe, for the first day of any week. So wait, isn't it... I need to check what a first day of a week is in Calistria. One second. Alright. Okay, so I'm looking for a moon day. Okay, maybe if I leave and then I give it patience that way, then I should be fine.
Adventures can wait.
Okay, when is it Moon Day, though? Okay. So wait, it should be Moon Day today. At least if we go by the 7 days in a week. I think, anyways. Okay, hold on. How do I tell the time? Okay, it says on Moon Day, the first day of the week. It doesn't specify when the Moon Day is. I don't know. I don't know when the Moon Day is. I guess I just wait.
I tire.
Okay. I guess we wait for another day. Let's change to a hearty meal for now. Let's just get the rest in and see what's what. Nice. Alright, we've recovered some. That'll be nice. Alright, we're not ready. Okay. Okay, we're on Wheel Day. Okay, so we were on Toil Day, so now we're on Wheel Day. So I basically need to wait 6 days then. Alright, so we take 1 day. So if I am right, then currently it's Wheel Day, so we need to go through Oath Day, Fire Day, Star Day, and Sunday. So yeah, we're gonna take 4 days. Which kinda sucks, but that's fine. We'll just rest for 4 days and be done with it. There. That should do it. Now, hopefully that's enough. Are you kidding? Oh, it's Sunday now. Have I not fixed it? I'm pretty sure I put it in. Oh, it's in category. The category's wrong. My bad. There we go. It has been fixed. That is my bad. I'll just have to change that at a later date. Once I get a chance. Big monkey, I know, right? Alright, but it's looking like I gotta wait 1 more day. Or at least a little longer. So we will wait until... Let's see. We just need to wait until it hits the 14th of Calistria, so we just need to hit 1. Okay, yep. Skip time, yep. Let's do it. That should be at least the amount needed. And now it is Moon Day. Perfect. Now, we just buff, I do believe. Probably... It took a lot longer than expected, but that's fine. Alright, let's get some buffs on. If I do recall, Thompson goes next. Throw it on the Wolf, Samuel, and Sundowner. Monsoon throws it on Mistral. We throw down Mage Armor on our Wolf. Throw Blur on everybody. Next. Like so. We get a reduced person on Steven, and while that's going on, we provide Shield of Faith. Everybody going in melee. Enlarge on Samuel. Shield of Faith on Samuel and Sundowner. Enlarge person on Mistral. Mistral provides a buff for herself. And remove fear. Enlarge person for Sundowner. And aid to everybody, and we should be good. Like so. Get delay poison. See invisibility communal. And that should be good, unless we need some energy resist. Which I think is going to be fine. Let's just give everybody bless, and then we can say we're ready. At least I hope this is what we need. I will save it here for now. I just have the autosave just specified just in case. We'll just save it like that, and let's get going. I'm ready, let's do this. Come to me, Lamashtu's children. Today we praise our great mother. Lamashtu favors us. She blesses the pack with a new cub. The goddess took the mother's life as a payment, only to bear a single child, unfortunately. Well then. Jeez. That's, yeah. Very zealous.
I do what I must.
We will need to do this to speed our way forward. Just get into position, everybody. Curse upon you. Lamashtu will avenge her children. Well then. It's unfortunate, because I'm just going to take you guys out really quick to begin with. Ah! It's one of you guys. Good thing I have high amounts of damage. Alright. Bloodstained piece of manuscript. Hold on. Crushing bone, hear me. Each word I speak shall turn to stone. The world shall shudder at my word. Open your eyes and see. The world becomes beautiful. Burnt forests stretching the horizons. Mounds of bodies, blackened skies. Skulls littering the coasts like gravel. I, the one who renders the flesh of her enemies, take in this beauty. All living beings tremble at my sight. Bow to me. Search. Search the children of Shaylin. Tear them apart. Destroy them. No. Transform them. Grant them the gift of rebirth. Let them become beautiful. Befitting the beauty I shall bring into this world. O great Lamashtu, the eater of hearts, reveal your truth to us. We hear your call. All of you shall live a better world. Curse Pazuzu, the flying worm. He shall fall in this war. Soon myriads of warriors under my command. The mountains themselves shall crumble at our feet. Burn all, make the world beautiful. The grounds thirst for blood. I thirst for beauty. Give birth to beasts. I shall... Huh. It's getting more and more ominous as we go along. Alright, let's go. Let's get going. Alright. The triumph over the wicked Lamashtu cultists proved incomplete. Some villain or villainess has slipped away under the cover of darkness, and into a narrow gorge amongst the rocks. Without second thoughts, our brave Baron, loyal Keston, and the comrades in arms rushed in after fleeing the figure. The figure, clad in black, was barely visible in the dark. The villain had gone far ahead of us. At the last moment, the Baron noticed the prey had turned aside and disappeared behind the rocks. Okay. After they decided to take a shortcut to catch the cultist by surprise, the party started climbing up the stone ridge. Climbing into the darkness was a difficult task. It's not a joke when you're trying to catch a stable rock and hear the small stones crumble under your feet. Several times it seems our heroes were out of luck, but their stubbornness, and the thought of a runaway cultist gloating about eluding them, gave them strength. Moments later, we were at the top. So our heroes found themselves at the top, and just in time, the cultist, barely visible in the darkness, was threading his way through the gorge directly beneath them. It seemed the cultist was so focused on finding his footing, he didn't notice his pursuers perched above him, giving the Baron a chance to strike. What will our heroes do next? Trigger an ambulance over the one-a's head, fraying him? No, we're going to send the swiftest and most agile ahead down the unstable slope in the hopes of cutting the runaway off. At least that's the hope, anyways. Honestly, it seems way better to use, yeah, I might just use Sundowner here, I think. He's got the highest perception and dexterity here. Alright, let's use, Alright, Sundowner's going in. Alright, he failed the dexterity check, but he succeeded the perception check. Sundowner appeared from the darkness like a spirit. The runaway clearly hadn't been expecting that Sundowner barely had time to react when the cultist burst into a sprint. Darkness failed to cover the peculiar way in the runaway walked. The robed figure was limping badly, dragging their right leg. Despite that, the cultist vanished into darkness without a trace. The party followed to the edge of the plateau, where the flatland began. As our brave heroes reached the edge of the plateau, the vastness of the counterlands opened before them. An ocean of high grass as far as the eye could see. A beautiful sight, but finding our quarry in the green sea, it would prove impossible. With our heads down and our hopes lost, we descended where a small streamlet flowed along amongst the stones. And then, before us, good fortune. In his haste, our villain had run through the high grass, leaving a trail for all to see. The party immediately set off, driven by a single desire to capture the criminal who dared to escape the punishment of the Baron, and had led us on this unwelcome chase. We moved swiftly as we could, but even the ground seemed to fight us. Rock gave way to mud which grew deeper as we marched on, and seemed to grab at our boots. Even the wind began to rise, lashing at our cloaks, and a foul stench filled the air, sure signs we were heading towards the Nar marshes. Soaking wet and exhausted, our heroes came upon a cabin at the edge of the swamp. According to Keston, it was a hunter's lodge owned by Derma, a hunter who lived there alone and was known for her great temper and little patience. It also looked as if it might be a place where the cultists would seek shelter. It was unlikely the runaway would brave the depths of the Nar marshes in the middle of the night. So the Baron pushed open the door and stepped inside, letting a touch of the cool night air in. And in we go. Alright. Let's see what this place has to offer. The lodge is lit with only a few candles on the tables and a counter. Shadows lie thick around the room. A number of people are here, a well-dressed couple at one of the tables, a girl in simple dress dozes near the opposite wall, and the counter is an untidy dwarf. She's wiping the mugs and glaring at you. From the half-opened kitchen door, you hear a clanging of pans upon metal, presumably a stove. Kestern looks around with a heavy gaze. Things have gone from bad to worse. We must find the cultists before they flee, and we have no idea what they look like. The people in the lodge look surprised and concerned. Each seem to recognize you and ask themselves, what is the ruler of these lands doing here at such a late hour, flanked by armed guards? Kestern's hand falls to his weapon. Your Grace, I'm ready to make an arrest, but if you wish to investigate further before making a decision, I'll make sure no one leaves the lodge until you give the order. I'd like to look around and speak with these people. Maybe I'll find something. As you command, Your Grace. No one will leave this house. I'll make sure of that. Keston looks around the hall once again. My advice, take their room keys. Their personal belongings speak their owner's intent, often more than their masters would like. Very well. A bearded middle-aged man stands before you. He wears a massive gold chain on his neck. The woman beside him gives a polite smile and nod to your approach. Greetings, Baron. The man's voice is so low as to rumble. Let me introduce myself. Cabron Teldrim from Restov. He nods to the woman beside him. And this is my wife, Una Teldrim. We've come to your lands to hunt, yet I admit we did not expect to meet you in person. To what do we owe this honor? Tell me about yourself, please. I'm a legalist, Baron. Cabron hooks his thumbs into his embroidered belt. My job is to ensure Restov's laws are upheld. My wife is a keeper of the hearth and my loyal companion in prolonged journeys. Una nods without a word, her gaze fixed on you. Oh yes, of course, Cabron Teldrum. I've heard about you and your famous legal cases. Cabron Teldrum freezes as someone put a knife to his throat. Is that so? He tries to smile, but his eyes are fearful. I doubt, Baron, that anything you've heard concerned me. My family name is a common one. I've so many relatives, I know not a quarter of them. He clears his throat. A legalist, so you're a judge. He smiles slightly. Not exactly. I work as a legal defendant in cases when suspects' innocence must be proven, and I admit I have moderate success in this field. Cabron seems about to elaborate, then stops. No need to bother you with the tedious tales from the course. Una Teldrum raises her hand. We decided a trip was in order. My husband worked long hours during the last several months, so we felt his journey would be good for us. Well, with this job like yours, it's impossible to get out without some divine support. Whom do you address your prayers to? Why, to Abadar, of course. Divine patron of law and lawyers. Cabron looks to you intently. Surely you're aware of Abadar, are you not? You must be. No matter. Let's go back to another question. You've recognized me at once. Do I know you? I doubt it, but news about developments within the Stormlands and your role in them have traveled far, Stephen Armstrong. Is a well-known name beyond your borders. Cabron gives a polite half-bow. Far from Brevoy, are you not? You see, I heard the wildlife here are excellent sport, so I decided to see for myself. Sort truth from rumor, you understand. Fortunately, my fair wife was in favor of the trip, so here we are. Do you prefer snares or a bow? A bow. What kind of prey do you hunt? Cabron freezes. He swallows. Cougars. He swallows again as if fighting to take a breath. Magnificent predators. Worthy prey for a worthy hunter. He gives an awkward smile. Well, I hope you enjoy hunting. Let's change the topic. An odd place to rest for the night. Why, Baron? Una gives a false smile. We adore this charming dwelling. She glances around the dim hall. Her smile remains, but you notice she raises an eyebrow at her surroundings, as if in judgment. A crime has taken place nearby. The one responsible may be hiding in this house. Have you seen anything suspicious? The Teldrums exchange a glance. I'm afraid, Your Grace. Cabron looks downcast. We won't be able to help you. Have you seen anyone suspicious? He looks around the hall. We are not accustomed to such company, Baron. Besides, from the rest-off legalist point of view, every person in this room is suspicious. Do you know the hostess of this lodge? No, I don't. Cabron rubs his brow, and I must say she doesn't look forward to meeting new people either. Do you recall who came to the lodge in the last hour or so? Cabron casts a look behind you. On second thought, this young woman, I didn't notice exactly where she entered the room. She turns to his wife. My dear, perhaps you recall? What was the name of our hostess used addressing her? Okilla, sweetheart. Una shrugs faintly. I cannot recall if I saw her at the start of the evening. Alright, let's go back to other questions. I need a key to your room. Despite Una's cool expression, you notice a bead of sweat running down her temple. She spots your glance. Her lips tighten. Cabron takes a key from his purse and hands it to you. As you wish, Baron. I'll come back to you later. Okay, so something's going on between these two. Okay. So, Okilla came in, supposedly to these two.
It is done.
There's Erastil's holy symbol above the fireplace. The god of the Hutton family ties protect this place. Okay. So, Okilla is apparently the person that came in an hour or so ago. A young woman stands before you, wearing a plain dress and a hooked cloak. Her belly is swollen. She is pregnant, and her time is near. Your Grace, it's an honor. The woman bows and stares at you with shining eyes. I thought I'd never be able to thank you in person for your kindness, but gods were kind to me. You must have forgotten already, but it was you who discovered my husband's body. A traitor died on one of his trips. You found a brooch and a letter on his body and sent it to me. Oh, Leskin. That's right. That was regarding the time when we were checking out Bartholomew's place. If I do recall correctly, he was a guy who got trapped via his traps. Yeah, he was killed not far from the house of Bartholomew the Wizard, who we recruited into our court. Small world. She touches a turquoise brooch pinned to her dress. The brooch is familiar to you. You made it possible that the last gift for my husband had found its way home. There was not enough words in the world for how grateful I am. What are you doing here? I'm taking what rest I can from a long day on the road. Your Grace, I'm a window. Okilla stopped short. I have barely had 2 seasons to mourn my husband, and he left me without a child. And in difficult times like these. I've got a sister in Grelton, gods bless her. She agreed to give me shelter in her house, so I went there. There was nowhere else to go. A memory of Okilla's letter emerges from the depths of your mind. She mentioned her son in that letter, but now there is no child by her mother. It's odd that Okilla, who's been planning to stay in Grelton, didn't bring her son with her. Right, where are you from? From Galt, Your Grace. I'm from a tiny village near the tract. Guess no one ever heard about this place. You recall the location of Galt and Grelton. As far as you know, stolen lands lay aside from the places Okilla has named. Okay. Are you planning to stay in Grelton? Olka hesitates. I don't know yet, she answers. But if things turn out well, why not? It was a long journey for you. I have little coin, Your Grace, so I have to beg the traders on the road to ride their carts. I spend nights anywhere I have to. This place is at least warm and dry. Let me talk about something else. I'm looking for the cultist of a dark goddess. Can you help me? Cultists, that's... Oh, she pales first. Cultists, that's horrible, but how can I help you? Have you seen anyone suspicious tonight? She shakes her head slowly. No, I don't think so. Do you know anyone in Hall? First time I've seen these people when I stepped over the threshold of this lodge. Do you know who came to the lodge last? She frowns. I heard a noise from the kitchen. It was like something fell on the floor. And this grumpy old lady, Dernma, came out. Okay. She gives you several hasty nods. It seems the talk of cultists has frightened you. You see the couple at the table. They are nobles from Restov. They claim you were the last one who came to this hall. She gives you a perplexed look. But that's not true, it's not. Her voice trembles. Dernma, the hostess, she was last one. I remember her coming through the kitchen. I need a key to your room. She hesitates and takes a key out from her cloak and hands it to you without a word. I should go. Alright, the militia's doing rather well in keeping things tidy. That does leave Dernma, but it seems the fire's fine, the shelf is fine, even though it seems better days. I guess we can start with Dernma next. A sturdy, dour-faced dwarf stands before you, hands on her hips. Despite the wrinkles on her face, she looks more than capable of handling herself. The woman looks at you with caution, throwing quick glances toward your companions. Your Grace. She chooses the words carefully. What an unexpected visit. I'm the hostess of this place. My name is Dernma. How can I help you at this hour? I'm looking for someone. Can you help me? Dernma gives you a sullen glance. It seems she's not too happy to talk with you, but she doesn't dare refuse openly. Do you know who your guests are? Why should I? Derma tilts her head, eyes appraising you. I'm not their ward. They come, they pay for bed, they keep quiet. Why would I care who they are? A crime has happened, Derma. I need your help to find a culprit. So what did this culprit do wrong? Derma's voice becomes thick, corners of her mouth curve down. Shot a deer in someone's lands, and now the criminal has to run away, as if she was an animal herself? Whatever it is, leave me out of it. A cultist of Lamashtu is hiding in your lodge. I have to find them. Derma stares at you for a moment, then utters a hoarse chuckle. One of Lamashtu's own? That's quite the story of your spun, your grace. Next she'll tell me I'm holding her governor down as stellar. And what's your proof that I hide the cultists? There are footprints leading to your lodge. So what? Folks come from this lodge every day, both from the flat ones and through the swamps. Your lodge is the only house in the neighborhood, and, she lifts her chin, is it a bad thing to provide shelter for those who lost? Several hours' walk from your lodge is the shrine of Lamashtu. Baron, enough. The dwarf clasps her hands. Here in the Stolen Lands, you can't swing a dead cat without hitting some goblin's nest, or cursed ruins, or a shrine of something foul. I don't like your tone, Derma. Really? The dwarf frowns, her eyes narrowing. And how would you act if a mob barged into your home and started troubling you and your guests? If you are expecting me to bow down and scrape before you, then you're mistaken. I'm not going to argue with you. Do you let everyone into your house? Derma's face turns red. What are you hinting at? Huh? Your guests, Derma. Do you allow anyone who asks to spend the night here? Derma blinks several times, pondering your words. Of course, everyone. What else am I expected to do? Pick up who gets a warm spot near the fireplace and who gets left out in the rain? I've let you and your thugs, though you put up terror in my other guests. Do you remember when they came to your lodge at least? Derma closes her eyes, trying to recall. I went to check on my traps. Some people arrived when I was away, so I can't tell you for sure, Your Grace. Fine, let's get back to my other questions. People say you came to the hall last. Derma looks at you closely for a moment, then grunts. Right, she speaks slowly, as if keeping her temper. I went out to the kitchen when this clumsy gal had knocked over some of my pots. What of it? How many people are there in the lodge now, except for you? Watch yourself. There are 3 of them, all sitting over there. Derma nods towards her guests. That one in the kitchen, guessing she's the servant of these 2 noble folk. They look to be carrying all the coin. I'd like to examine your room, Derma. Derma hands tighten into a fist, but she keeps them on her hips. She says nothing, merely stares at you defiantly. Alright, I'm done with this. I'm not gonna ask twice, damn it. Put that keyble on the table now, or you'll regret talking back to the Baron. Derma glares at you for several moments, then finally grunts and pulls forth an old age-darkened key from her belt. Have it your way. Baron. What is this place? Can't you see for yourself? Derma grumbles. A place where people can rest after a hunt, enjoy a tankard or 2, and fill their gullets. The nearest tavern is far, you know. How long have you been living here? Derma squints at you, searching your features. Many years now. I know the whole neighborhood, flatlands and the swamps. This place is rather secluded for a traveler's inn, I must admit. This is not an inn. Derma looks around the room. It's my home. I hunt for a living and let other fellow hunters spend a night here. If they find themselves too far from a tract. What is the main hunter's prey in these parts? On the flatlands they go for fox and deer, birds in the swamps. There's always a chance of running into something more dangerous, of course. Alright, that's enough. I'd like to see your wares. Okay. Oh, Torx Pendant. Grab that while we're at it. Price in descending order. I mean, we got extra money. Or, we got extra inventory, so might as well sell this gear while we're at it. Reduce our weight, basically. There we go. Reduced our weight some. Is there anything I can use? I guess there's the fowl and meat, so let's grab all that. There we go. Okay, so it appears that there are some lies spun among the groups. There is the chef in the back, so there is another person there, but first let's check out the rooms to see if there's anything else. The back contained Teldrum's clothes and belongings. The streets are crumpled and a blanket is thrown aside. It seems someone was sleeping in his bed not too long ago. There are no hunting bows, arrows, snares, nor any other sign of Teldrum having any hunting on their minds. Okay, so he's lied.
Well, it's done.
And there appears to be some gear that we can snag while we're at it. What about here? What's this? Alright. There appears to be a secret lodge with money. Might as well take everything. This appears to be a recipe list. Alright. Weather clear. Day. Raining. Rain. Okay. Rapids getting more careful. Must come up with a new snare. Less deer in the woods now. Hunters scared them all off. Saw a wyvern eat a deer. Too many monsters around these parts. Hydra start attacking hunters. These monsters have scared off all game. Hungry times are coming. Important. Saw a goblin in the swamps. Another goblin lurking in the swamps. There's getting too many of them. Saw a bright flash coming from Candlemere. Don't know what it was. Didn't look like lightning. Must be goblins having fun. That might be worth checking out. Everard came by today. Haven't seen him for a while. Told me a new ruler showed up in the Stolen Lands. For how long? Saw another goblin again. Okay. So there's a few things here and there. Okay, this must be Dermot's room then. Alright. Yeah, so that's Dermot's room. She's fine. There's some suspicion with the couple. But I don't know. It's hard to say. What's in here then? Okay.
I managed it.
The chest contains modest clothing, some packed leftover food, some herbs and other stuff. Table holds a pile of letters crossed with a living. Okay. And what about her bed? The mattress covers blood-stained cloth and bandages.
I'm there.
Suspicious. Okay, what about this room here? There appears to be some enchanted gear and some items, but nothing in this room beyond that, I think. What about here? Alright, what's in here? Some items. Nothing too special though, it seems. Okay. Well, that's that. Let's go down here. Next. Let's see what we got. We're gonna have to talk with some other people here, so before we do that, let's go there. The woman in the kitchen. Is it your cook? Cabron nods quietly. Yes, we just can't imagine our lives without Tisana. Una coughs delicately. My constitution demands a unique diet. She studies you closely. A private matter, if you don't mind. I've been to your room. I've found no hunting weapons there. Gabron becomes white as sheets. You see, well, he licks his lips, which are now trembling slightly. Una, who was watching her husband closely, touches his shoulder lightly. I beg your pardon, Baron. She leans into Gabron and whispers something in his ear. You barely hear Una hiss. Get a hold of yourself, fool. You'll ruin everything. These words seem to have the desired effect. Cabron suddenly straightens and smiles. Truth be told, it is a rather embarrassing manner. Cabron gives a hollow chuckle. I provided a much worse hunter than I thought. Just imagine, I managed to snap not one, not two, but 3 bowstrings in a day. Infuriated, I broke my bow across my knee. It shames me to even speak of it. Una smiles gently and looks aside. Okay, hold on. I do believe there is a specific log. There was one specific dialogue. Okay, well, it appears that they're lying and they're holding off on something for some reason. Okay. Olika, Olika, why is there blood-stained garments in your room? Where's that from? Olika takes a step back, her eyes wide in fear. I'll explain. The woman lowers her head and rests her hands against her belly. I'm expecting a baby, but because of the journey, or all of the worries, something must have gone wrong. It hurts. Olika closes her eye tightly, and I bleed. Olika starts sobbing. I tried to find out what's wrong, to heal myself, to appease the gods. The priest of Pharasma told me he couldn't help. The goddess rejected my child, said it would be born dead. But I can't just accept it. I can't give up. This child, my husband's child, all I have left for him. Olika hides her face behind her hands and starts to weep. You realize you'll get nothing more from her in a moment. Okay, so unfortunately, she might have a miscarriage, supposedly. There's a lie between these two that's going on, so I have to go between those two, I'm thinking, and the cook. Alright, might as well grab what we're here for as well, while we're at it. The table is piled with dirty dishes and cold leftover food. Something is burning inside the stove. It was thrown in at the fire not long ago. Okay.
What's over there?
What else is there? It appears that there's a back door, supposedly. The back door was used recently. Okay, interesting. Okay. There's also a hostess room key, it appears. Alright. In that case, let's talk with Tisana. The kitchen servant is busy, grinding herbs with a mortar. She's wearing a dress soiled with dark stains, and her hair is knotted, in a bun with a few stray hairs poking free. The woman doesn't appear to notice you as she makes her way to the stove. You notice she's limping badly on her right leg. Before you can speak, she turns, sees you, and freezes. Well, if I do recall correctly, this individual was injured. And aside from... And it was an injury on their leg that we noticed. Because they were having trouble running away from us, in that case. So this might be the culprit, I think. We're looking for a criminal who may have fled this way. Have you seen anyone suspicious? What can be seen here, you say? Tisana snorts. Ask Derma, she runs the house. She does. Has anyone come into the kitchen recently? Only Derma came, she frowns. No doubt checking to see if I'm not palming her the silver. As if there's anything worth stealing here, so there's not. The hostess of the lodge doesn't seem to mind your cooking at her kitchen. As if she came here often herself, she throws up her hands. Filth piled in corners, the floor sandaled deep in dirt. Had to work my fingers to the bone to clean the kitchen before I got to start a proper meal in this. She curls her lip. This cowshed. That's all I need. Who are you? My name is Tisana. I cook for Teldrims, nobles from Restov. She wipes her hands with her apron. What will it be? What can you tell me about your masters? Tisana frowns. No quicker road to trouble. Talking about masters, that is. She glances at your clothes and then sighs. How would you like it if your servants were all gossip about you? They pay regular, not stingy with their coin. They don't yell much, so I count myself fortunate, I do. Why are they here, you think? None of my business. Might be that they have things to do, but I wouldn't know about it. I mend, I cook, I serve where needed. Alright, that's enough about the Teldrums. What are you cooking, Sana? She throws a glance at the stove. That there's for tomorrow. She hesitates. Tomorrow's midday meal. It is. Alright, I'll peek into the stew pot. You take the lid off the pan. Some brew boils inside. It looks strange and smells odd. You lean over, smell the stew, and immediately flinch. The acrid stink of vinegar feels like a pinch in the face. Besides, you can smell some strange spice, which would be appropriate in dessert, but not in a first course for dinner. It must be difficult to please nobles like the Teldrums. I imagine they ask something new for each day's meal. Tisana thinks about it. Yes, she hesitates and nods. That's it, I suppose. Alright. I need the key to your room. Room? She raises an eyebrow. I don't have a room except here in the kitchen. Bed's a bench. Still warm enough, though. I have to go. Alright, I think I got a rough idea. But it's very clear that it's probably the cook. I don't think we're going to get any more from anybody else here, though, so I think it's best to just wrap it up. Alright. Alright. There's someone who seemed especially suspicious to me. We are going with Tisana, I believe. The Teldrum's maid. Kestrin raises his brow. You think so? He thinks for a moment, then nods. As you wish, my baron. I'll bring her. I think, Tisana, you know why I've brought you here. The kitchen servant casts a wary look to Kestrin, then you. I would. How? You jest, my lord. She gives a half smile, as if uncertain. How could I know what you are thinking? He shakes his head. Enough. We know who you are. We know who you are. Lamashtu won't help you. Tisana is silent for a moment, then straightens like a serpent, her eyes cold with contempt. Is that so? Her accent has vanished, the demeanor of a peasant shed like a cloak. Then you know little of our faith indeed. The Great Mother is with me. Tisana's voice is ice. Prepare yourself for her. Well, you can certainly try, that's for sure. I think just doing as I have been is fine. Alright. Oh, the wolf's stuck. Okay. Oh, and they tried slay living but failed. Stop! Stop! I surrender. I surrender. The Priestess of Lamashtu holds her hands over her bleeding wounds, moaning in pain. She raises the hem of her skirt and starts to wipe away the blood from her legs. Her right leg is covered with sores, oozing pus and yellow ichor. Alright. Tell me who you are. Quickly now. I am the Priestess of the Cult of Lamashtu, the Great Mother, the Ancestress of Monsters. The Priestess struggles to raise her chin, her voice in a hiss. I'm not from these lands. I came because of the pleas of your people, who seek the mercy of my goddess. I came to these lands in secret and hid my identity from everyone except for those initiated in the mysteries of the Great Mother. Even the hostess of this lodge has no idea who I was, and those looking for divine benefaction found me on their own. And there are more than followers of Erastil would believe. Tell me about the cult of Lamashtu. We are numerous and we are strong. The tribe of Lamashtu followers grow every day, breeds and spreads over the lands of Galarian in search of places to create new packs. What kind of rituals were you performing at the shrine? We prayed to Lamashtu. We asked for new offspring in the pack. We mated like wild animals, free of stupid prejudices. She curves into a grin. I'll spare you the details, human. Those like you are unable to accept the greatness of our ancient faith. I'm not impressed by your attempts to wound my pride. The priestess says nothing, her eyes filled with contempt. Where are the rest of the Lamashtu cultists hiding? The woman's face turned to stone. You cannot make me betray the children of the Great Mother. Torture me if you like. Lamashtu will grant me strength to endure any pain you inflict upon me. Have you allied with the goblins and other creatures in the area? No. We have the same mistress, but our paths to faith are different. Okay, that's somewhat good. I'm not going to assume that she's the cause of this, but it's not unheard of, possibly. All these people in the lodge, are they here because of you? The priestess shakes her head. They were searching for the blessings of Lamashtu. Other gods have denied them, and they had asked Mother of Monsters for her benefaction. The couple from Restov, did they come to meet you? Yes, several years ago, the lawyer defended a necromancer in the court in his native city, and he won the trial. Since then, all Teldum attempts to conceive a child were doomed to fail. Pharasma didn't want to prolong the bloodline of a man who protected those who raised the dead. Una has more brains than her spineless mate, so she sought the support of Lamashtu. The child, of course, will bear the mark of the goddess, but Teldum don't have much choice. Pharasma's memory is long. Alright, what's the story of the merchant's widow? 1 second. I need to take a tablet, so give me 1 second. Almost done. Olika. She's a poor girl, clinging to the unborn life in her womb. The seed of her husband was too weak. Olika's child is doomed to perish before coming to this world. Is the lodge hostess involved in all this? The priestess of Lamashtu looks to Derma in disgust. This thoughtless thing? No. She was not smart enough to see what was transpiring under her nose. I won't offend the name of Lamashtu by calling our hostess one of her tribe. Alright. So it's very clear that this cult of Lamashtu is clearly not involved with the comings of the goblins, nor the cause of their actions. Alright, enough. The priestess glares at you, hatred and contempt in her eyes. You and your minions have unleashed a blight across my lands. Because of you, monsters overrun the barony, and honest people fear to live in their homes. The priestess of Lamashtu shakes her head and tries to close her wounds, moaning. That's nonsense. I've heard the stories about what's happening in your barony, human, but I have nothing to do with this. Alright, I do believe that this isn't her cause either, and by law, I don't think we should act upon it. Keston? The Great Mother rules the monsters of the world, but if you had truly earned her wrath, your lands would be drowning in blood. No, Baron, you must look elsewhere to place your blame. Lamashtu and her followers have nothing to do with your troubles. I beg to differ, considering the goblins follow Lamashtu. Alright. Okay. Given the circumstances, I can either go for the lawful or I can go to chaotic. I think I'm gonna do the uncharacteristic thing and just let all people go. Which seems odd at first, but there's reason for this. For one, considering literally everybody, I'd be going against my terms of decision at this point. But it's true that they are the cause, or at least the big decisions, big decisions. I'll let it go for now. I have nothing against Lamashtu and her flock. Priestess, you're free to go. Creston looks at you as if you're mad. Let them go, all of them, but... He hesitates for a moment, then seems to remember his place and nods calmly. As you command, your grace. Tusana blinks and sweeps her eyes over you as if just noticing your presence. Well then, seems I shall serve the Great Mother in these lands a little longer. If you wish to speak or ask for something, come to the Shrine of Lamashtu. That is where you'll find me. Keston throws a tired look over the ridge and rubs his chin. That's all. He looks around the lodge. We'll deal with these people as you've ordered. I suppose it'll be a relief to Derma to get rid of such troubled guests. I thank you, your grace, for your help and your wisdom. A pity we didn't discover the true reason behind the blight, but at least we have one less mystery in our hands. Have a safe journey, my baron. That's a lot, but whatever. Alright, that's the witch hunt done. Nice. Let's get the heck out of here. I don't want to deal with that dwarf any longer than I have to. Alright. Right, the kingdom. How's that doing? Okay, we got monster sightings, it seems. And we got some news from Tristan, it appears. Got another problem here. And the River Maiden. Okay, so let's deal with the problems one at a time. Let's get Tristan deal with the River Maiden. The bandits' outrage should probably be dealt with by Ragongar. And there should be monster sightings, which is another problem. We'll get Ekundayo on that. And everything should be settled successfully. We'll do a quick save. Alright, and then I think we're going to go back to see Tristan. So it's going to take 23 hours to get there. Kind of wish there was an easier path along here, but unfortunately there is no such thing. So I just have to go straight forward from here and see what's what. Alright, here we go. Let's go see the individuals, both the Warden and Tristan, about it. Alright. Okun looks sullen. There's a disaster. Everywhere. The Stag Lord may be gone, but there's still much trouble in your lands. Robbing and killing on the roads. You must do something. Protect the people. My advice, a curfew. Announce a time of night when people remain inside their homes. My guard will maintain order. Okay. Alright, let's order a curfew. Right, I will give the order. Okay, perfect. We now have a curfew that we follow, and we should be fine in that regard. Stephen Armstrong, spare me a few minutes. You are the ruler of these lands, and I don't dare to tell you what to do. I just can't stand silently and watch what's happening behind your back. There are rumors on the streets of a savage goddess, enraged by your appearance in her lands. They say she's cursed you, and now you may bring woe and death to everyone around you. This used to be just idle talk, but now, when we're surrounded by so much death and suffering, the people are ready to truly believe it, and it seemed that someone is playing upon your subjects' fears. I saw barkers in the streets telling citizens of a prophet who is building his own kingdom. According to them, the goddess stands ready to grant forgiveness to any who cleanse themselves of the curse. But this cleansing is accomplished through a terribly cruel death. He gulps heavily. These horrific deaths include a wild beast appearing from inside the body, and they think it's a blessing. That insane old man, Remus, he also spoke of some goddess. True. Jod told me of that preacher. Who knows, perhaps his word touched the people more deeply than anyone imagined. What is this kingdom the prophet is building? Tristan shrugs. I only heard fragments of conversation. I think it's not a kingdom exactly, more like a community, or a cult. I'm afraid that we'll need to find one of their barkers and ask them, if we wish to find out more. I cannot allow my subjects to be taken by such nonsense. I shall deal with these provocations immediately. Tristan nods enthusiastically. Good. Perhaps after uncovering this mystery, we can find out more about the nature of this curse hanging over the stolen lands. I mean, there must be some reason that these cultists shout at you, receiving God's punishment. If we wish to understand, we must find one of those barkers and learn from them all we can. Sadly, these street preachers scare quite easily and avoid our guards. I'll begin a search without delay. When you find time, look for me on the streets of the capital. I hope when we meet, I will have already found someone who can tell us more about the strange goddess and her followers. Interesting. So it appears that we got a quest from Tristan now. And it appears that the cultists are causing more trouble than good for our community. Okay. We can rank up the warden if we so desire. But we're probably going to not do that just yet. Alright, there's some upgrades we can rely on if we wish, but not something we need to focus on. But we definitely do need to get fixing the consequences of one such individual that is causing problems for our community. Let's see. I could probably do some building if I wish, but I'm probably actually going to save up just for the occasion that when I do break out of that 90-day oath, I will actually be making more bank as a result. Okay, let's dip out and let's go to the main square for now, and let's see about finding those criers that are causing trouble. Probably imprison them, more likely. Because, if I recall correctly, I'm not afraid to lay down the law. There's a few hiccups here and there in the community, it seems. Otherwise, it seems fine. It appears Tristan's over there, that's fine. Hasuf? Let's see what you got. I'm probably going to sell some things real quick. Do we need to do near splitter? It's for giants. I don't think we're going to run into giants, so we should be fine. It's only one-handed anyway, so yeah. So those. What else we got? Let's offer Eyes of the Eagle, keep. I guess everything else is fine. I got a Belt of Mighty Constitution, Giant Strength. Okay. Price in descending order. There is the Lesser Kinetic Diadem. It increases damage by d6. Composite energy blasts instead deal an additional 2d6, while composite physicals deal a 2d6 plus 2. You know what? If I want my kineticist to deal more damage, this is probably the way to go about it. I do believe you can get them though, so I'm gonna actually wait, because that'll be much cheaper than just hoping. What about this? What's this? Well, look quite ordinary, and then when you approach, it feels strange tingling in your temples. Odd. Okay, here we go. Stephen Armstrong here. We want to save you. Come to our meeting. Okay. Tristan's forehead is wrinkled, as if the priest is deeply puzzled. He's holding a piece of paper covered with writing. We are lucky to have met you. Meet Amalia, loyal follower of the Kingdom of the Cleansed. Do you remember? We've recently been discussing this unusual initiative. The priest raises an eyebrow suggestively. Amalia, who was so kind as to tell me everything that she and her friends are doing. Young Amalia turns her childishly round and freckled face and looks to you with green eyes. She wears a simple dress and a necklace made of dried ashberries, and is holding a stack of papers. The girl blushes at the priest's words. Please stay a moment. It would be a pleasure for me to tell you about this kingdom. So, what have you been discussing? I've just been asking how Amalia came to the kingdom. What attracted her to this teaching? Amalia suddenly blushes. There is someone in my family who followed the goddess's commandments. Soon, I myself will enter the kingdom, and I hope that through loyal service and veneration, I will prepare myself for the main test, which I have yet to endure. Tristan shakes his head. And your family doesn't mind that this will happen to you. Aren't they ready to sacrifice you to their goddess? Of course they are. To be the one chosen, one of the cleansed, it's a great honor for each of us. But you're so young, why hurry to leave this world before you have experienced it in full? It's wrong to think about yourself. Once I wanted to live in Restov, wear dresses and walk down boulevards, but then these terrible things started happening. So many people in our village died. Amelia looks away. The goddess teaches that selfishness leads to trouble. Now my only wish is to serve the kingdom and the goddess. What did you find out about the kingdom, Tristan? Tristan leans gently towards Amalia. The kingdom of the cleansed is a brotherhood of those who believe in the great goddess, who promises salvation in return for cleansing. Forgive me, Amalia, if I'm missing any important details. Our mission is saving innocent souls from the curse that falls upon the heads of the undeserving. The goddess is ready to guard from evil anyone who kisses the ground and begs for mercy. Those who've rejected their sinful ways may enter the kingdom of the cleansed, and pray for their speedy deliverance from the worldly torments. Amalia's voice becomes monotone, as if she's reading from notes, and her eyes stare emptily into space past your shoulder. To give your life to the goddess, isn't it the greatest honor any of us can receive? And destroying the false ruler, isn't that the truest destiny of all of nature's loyal servants? That's... okay. Does your goddess have a name? Yes, but only the first faithful knows it. He is the high priest to whom the goddess appeared. He delivers her commandments and shows us her will. Through him, she lays open her design to clear the tormented ground, sending signs and opening doors to her creatures, though the bodies of mortals through the bodies of mortal, rather. Okay. So, from the sounds of it, it's looking like the goddess is actually the druid. At least that's what I think is going on. And the druid is manipulating the mortals right now, or in this case, Amalia and her group, to take in the seeds willingly. However you put the seeds in your body, I don't know. Alright, what false ruler are you talking about? Amelia's eyes become round. The Baron cursed by the goddess. He is the source of all of our woes. He has cast aside natural law and vandalized the field and forests. Tell me more about this deliverance from worldly torments. Inhabiting this world, where unhappiness and unfairness multiply, tempts the soul and turns it from the eternal kingdom of freedom and love, granted by the goddess. But you can cleanse your sins by accepting her gift. A special goodness that sets the cleansed apart. Tristan closes his eyes. Goodness. What goodness could hide in a painful death? Not everyone is capable of withstanding the test, because the way of cleansing lies through bodily torment. But those who overcome their passions and prove their loyalty become the womb of the goddess, to bear her children, wild and beautiful as she herself. The soul of the cleansed rests in the hands of the goddess. Enough. I see you have many questions. Please, take an invitation to our meetings. We meet at sunset in the appointed place, where we accept the sacrament from the first faithful himself. Amalia hands you one of her leaflets. Soon, another meeting will take place. Do come, you and Sir Tristan. Amelia looks at the priest dreamily, then quickly blushes and looks down at her toes. What are you holding? The same invitation that Amalia gave you. We must go. I have to go too. I need to get to the other side of the city. I hope to see you at our next meeting, and you too, Sir Tristan. Amalia blushes and turns away quickly. Tristan waves to Amalia sadly. So long, Amalia. May the good goddess save you. Tristan looks down at the leaflet he's holding, his face sad. A meeting at the appointed place. There are even directions on how to get there. It looks like it's time we visit the sacrament. What do you think awaits us at the meeting? Tristan looks pensively into the distance. Whatever awaits, this mysterious first faithful will be there. Judging by his title, he is the one who invented this insane kingdom. I believe that talking to him will solve many of the riddles we face. Will you come to me to the meeting? Or come with me to the meeting? I would insist on participating in this investigation. I cannot let you go alone, after I dragged you into this strange affair. Amalia looked at you very fondly, don't you think? Tristan shakes his head and turns grim. You distract us from our goal. Is something wrong? Tristan sighs heavily. I worshipped Sarenrae myself, but my faith has little in common with the faith of these cultists. They fill the heads of the innocent children with pernicious and dangerous ideas, which they cannot fully understand. I think I was referring to something else, but okay, Tristan. We have to go, Tristan. Alright, well, whatever. I guess we're going with Tristan to meet these cultists in full. In earnest. For who Tristan replaced, let's just replace our... Yeah, let's just replace our... let's just replace Mistral for now. I don't want to kick her out, but I want to move her out. That'll work. And then we'll get Mistral back once we're finished. At least that's the plan. Alrighty. Okay, so we're gonna want Tristan here, I guess. Let's see if we have anything to help him out for now. He's got the Headband of Wisdom. He could use some Constitution, so we'll give him a belt of that, I think. Let's just make sure we don't need to give it to anybody else first. Oh wait, Tristan has the... I forgot. Tristan is the one who has the mammoth. That's fun. Got a new animal companion then. Is there anything I can do here? Not really. Sundowner's got low dex, but that's fine. I guess I could give him a beef and con instead of dex. No. Nah, that's fine. Alright. Sundowner's fine. Monsoon, I guess I'll give you this to boost up your AC. Let's give Tristan the Phylactery of Positive Channeling, I guess. That might be for the best. That way he can heal a bit more comparatively to anything else. And we'll give him more con to work with. There's no armor he can use, so that's fine. Let's just give him the Nymph's Gift, and that'll do for now. Okay. Now we need to go to the Secret Sanctum, I believe. Then we have to deal with some goblin stuff, I think up here. So that'll be next. Oh wait, hold on. A Goblin Village is here. Okay, so... here's what we'll do. We'll do the, the village thing first, then we'll deal with the goblins. And finish it all up nice and tidily. Alright, let's enter, and let's do this. Alright.
I'm always ready.
Put on Barkskin, just in case. Alright, let us get Shield of Faith. And get Bless. Make it simple. Alright, Sundowner's fine. Monsoon's fine. Thompson, you got buffs for days. I'll just make it quick for buffs. Mage armor. And blur everybody. Or at least blur the important people. Like so. There we go. That should be enough, I think. Anyways. That's a lot of torches, jeez. I think this area is like really laggy, yeah. The sky is split, the waters apart, and the ground itself will devour the evil spirits that come to us from the lands of death. Alright. Beware false rulers. Their foul walls and rotten locks will not protect their henchmen from nature's wrath. Huh. Okay. Yeah, no, it's starting to lag a bit, yeah. Didn't you put that old man in a dungeon? I did. He should be locked up. Anyone who stands under the enemy's banner will be crushed by the same unrelenting force that inspires me. I should probably kill him. All who fall to their knees and devote themselves to the goddess will be cleansed. Pray to her, and you will be granted forgiveness in death. Hail Remus, herald of the goddess. Hail the prophet. Oh god. Brothers and sisters, good people. It is time for the sacrament. The first faithful will bless us. My subjects, servant of the kingdom of the cleansed, today is a special day. The day we have long prayed for. Today we shall finally wash away the filth from our souls and clear the path for our kingdom. For today, the sacrament will end with a long-awaited sacrifice, which will please the goddess more than all of our prayers. Once, the goddess asked us meager sheep to repent our sins, but in our pride we were deaf to her appeals. Now she demands another sacrifice. Oh boy, here he comes. The face of the first faithful, lit by torches, looks like a horrible mask, disfigured by rage and furious triumph. What do you say, Baron? Are you prepared to sacrifice your useless life for these people, who you claim to care about? I am loyal to my subjects, not to a group of crazy fanatics. Now bow. Father, what are you doing? Stop. Alright, that's a ton. Alright, well. This'll work. Okay. Well, I guess they're not... I guess they're running. Cease. Alright, well. Well then. That was, something. Damn it! The goddess will know of your betrayal. Tristan's forehead is sweating as he breathes heavily, as his eyes scan the battleground. I can't believe everything turned out like this. The priest gulps and closes his eyes, as if trying to summon his courage. The faithful shouted something about betraying the goddess. Tristan lowers his head and catches his breath. I have no idea what's going on in this insane mind. Perhaps he meant that you refused to submit to take his knife. Are you alright? Tristan hesitates for a moment. Yes. No. No, I'm alright. I'm not alright. I'll never get used to how quickly a peaceful conversation could turn into a bloody battle. This was so cruel and pointless. Tristan forces something resembling a smile. Don't worry, I'll gather myself now. It was a trap. It seems. You may not have noticed, but the first faithful face changed the very instant he noticed you. I think he's been prepared for our visit for a long time now. And the other cultists are getting away. Please, let them be. Their leader is gone, their friends are dead, they're just lost souls, led into temptation by a wicked leader. If we eradicate this affliction, we must find the first faithful. It wouldn't help even if we track down every peasant in the cult. Please, let us return to the city and consider how we may find their leader. You're right, Tristan. I hope tonight's traders... Considering the lofty goal of it, it's going to be way too hard to just purge everything. It's better just wait it surface again and just eliminate it once we're certain we know where it is. You're right, Tristan. I hope tonight's terrors are enough to keep the people away from the kingdom forever. Thank you. Their deaths would have been a heavy burden on my heart. As soon as we reach the capital, I will seek out former cultists and learn where the First Faithful might have escaped. Find me in the city later. Sure. Alright, well, let's collect everything, and let's get out of here, I guess. There's not much else left here to be worthwhile, after all, but I can confirm one thing. The Dryad might be influencing these people, considering the circumstances, and the First Faithful might be a part of this issue. In which case, we've got a whole shtick of things we gotta deal with in the near future. For that, I'm certain. But for now, let's just loot this, loot everything, so no goblins take it, at least. And we can just sell the majority for gold. There we go. Embracing my inner hoarder. Okay, nothing else there. There should be some treasure here, though. Yep. Just these 2 boxes. And that's that. That's all the treasure. Alright, let's dip. Our goal now is going to be to... If I recall correctly, we're going to... Oh, hold on. Yeah, we are going to go to the next area, I believe, which is the Goblins. But before that, I'd like to get Mistral back before we do so.
Adventures can wait.
Let's re-travel back to the base, and then go to the Goblin Village outpost, and then solve that. I do not want to enter, rather I want to enter Group Manager, remove Tristan, and add in Mistral. Mistral will go back here, or rather over here, and then we can go to the Goblin Village next. We will travel over here. Oh, hold on. Got a suggestion from Lindsay. Okay. Well, hold on. Let us save first. And now we can start focusing on the goblin eradication. At least that's the plan. We will quickly try to purge them from our lands. Alright, we've got the Lonely Mill here. And then we got the Goblin Village, so let's start with the Lonely Mill. Because I believe this is where something's going to go happen. Ah! The Goblins! While passing the windmill, we saw a curious thing. Goblins were squatting in the shadow of the building, doing what goblins do best. Stuffing their faces. They have gutted sacks of flour and were spreading the wealth. Some fried pancakes on an open fire. Others threw pieces of dough in a bubbling pot to make some kind of dumplings. Yet others were just rolled around in the white powder, shoving clumps down their throats. All of them, without exception, were guzzling ale from the kegs nearby, spilling it over each other and bellowing songs. When they spotted us, the merry goblins, possibly due to the ale, stood their ground. Instead of fleeing, they started to whistle and wave, inviting us to join their feast. In response, the Baron frowned, bared his weapons, and charged into battle. Shrieking, the goblins scattered and ran, kicking up clouds of flour. When the clouds settled, of the goblins there was no sign. Yeah, probably for the best that we get rid of the goblins. They need to go. We're not here to tolerate their parties and stuff. Of course I could have done so, but nah. Goblins are a menace, supposedly, so best to keep them away from our homes and towns. Oh. Let's go with us, Beastie. You'll like it here. Friends in village too, food too. Hey, why he be roaring? Hey, bestie, we know foods, we be friends. And he's gone. Rip. Alright. Okay, well. Ow. Good thing I'm blocking. Alright, I've got a lot of AC though, dang. Alright, good. Alright, let's collect all. Gather everybody. Is there anything else here? I guess there's items there, but for now, let's just check this gate alongside. Or at least along the side, and then we can go from there. Okay, there's nothing from the looks of it. Okay, so the entrance is down down this way then. So we just gotta rush forward here. We'll reorganize real quick. And now, we move on. From here, I guess we go down here. Ah, goblins. Goblin Horse Reaper. Hey, you, Potion Gulper. Like questies? Going on missions? I have one for you. What did you call me? Potion Gulper. Like sword swinger, like bow shooter. One of those who go run around woods, go deep in caves, or missions and quests and like that. What is this task? Short tail. Man shorter, see? Beastie in cage? My friend and I looking after him. We divide work. I open gate, friend goes in, feeds beastie, got it? Goblin glances around, slightly irritated. But he be lazy, go away. What I offer is open gate, you go inside, give beastie food. Won't this animal attack me? No, nothing like that. He'd just be a pet, like slug or spider. Small spider. Or grot snake. Little grot snake? Missions require I be paid first. You be such a greedy fingers. What can give you? The goblin glances around. Nothing, but... His eyes gleam. You have an experience you not unforget. I'll feed your beast with your corpse, goblin. Go down. And I'll kill your beastie while I'm at it. There we go. If you're not familiar, goblins are well renowned for being trickery sorts, and they are they usually just cause mischief and chaos. They're more likely to kill you in the circumstance than let you live. All right, let's give.
This is my path.
Let's beef everybody up actually while I'm at it. Give bark skin to everybody. I might as well, after all. Bark skin to everybody. Let us give mage armor to the wolf. Boost up their AC significantly. Alright, and that will leave Steven with 31, Wolf with 37. We could probably get a little higher.
I'm there.
Okay. What about a key? Nope. Okay, it's just locked. Okay. Well, whatever. It don't matter.
Follow if you dare.
Ah, I see. Yeah, exactly. The goblins would have done that. Okay. Well then. I guess the... Oh, okay then. Never mind. I thought it was gonna just keep not attacking me. Would have been hilarious if that were the case, but oh well. No matter.
I do what I must.
Is there anything else? There is something here, over in the goblins' place here. Ouch, enemies! Don't dare touch us, or Lamashtu curses you. I mean, she can try. That's for sure. Alright, let's reorganize this way. It appears we found an item here. Some gold. Hello, Primal Manticore.
I'm there.
Alright. Well, I'll just let that beast run around, I guess. Oh. Oh, okay. Alright then, here we go. And now it's stripped. And now it's dead. That was quite easy.
Natures can wait.
Lord Nature succeeded. We can't open that pen, so we unfortunately won't get to fight the Hydra there. Hey, why you be pushing me? I be too handsome for the... Oh, I see. That would explain. Alright. Steven's got the defense now. Alright. Not bad. It's a good thing I got that, rage, thing for, Samuel. Or at least that, thing that prevents me from, losing to fatigue. Hello, Meg. How are you doing this fine day? Alright, grab that loot. It appears we got loot there. Good to hear, Meg. Good to hear. From here, I shall grab this. Yoink. Appears the goblins are there, but we don't worry about them just yet, because that, I believe, is the ending area. So we'll just cleanse this area first, see what's what, and go from there. I probably need to move my window a little bit, but that's fine. I don't need to rescale it, so that's good. Alright, we've got another Hydra here. I guess we can open the gate for that. Just gotta wait for it to go into combat, so... let's see. Price in descending order. Let's see if we got any heals. We got some Cure Light Wounds here, so use those while we got the chance. What else? I guess we got Fatigue, so we could use a Lesser Restoration to cure it, but I'm gonna avoid that. I'll use Cure Moderate. There we go. Good. And there we go. Now we just gotta wait for the damage to go through, which it did, and we're good. Nice. Grab the Hydra Eyes, because they are always useful, I'm sure. Or at least they'll provide money. Hey, you, Jumbo. Come here. I punch you. Cluck, cluck, you stupid Hulk. Okay. Fine, I'll come over. Ah, more traps. Well then. Seems he's trying to bait me into traps. Probably a good idea for a session. Alright. So, hey there. Ouch. Can't believe it. He passed all traps. The goblin taps his fingers together as if helps as if it helps him think. Beads of sweat are forming on his brow. What do I do now? I do know I do. The goblin raises his hands as if welcoming you. Congratulations, Shanks. You passed my firstest test. And for that... He begins drumming his fingers again as if beads of sweat build, one becoming so large it begins to curl his hair down. For that you get a gift. Wait here. I bring it right away. I be back before you know it. The goblin begins backing away, wiping his shaky hands over his rags. You'll be dead before you know it. Why don't... murder! Too bad. No.
Adventures can wait.
Oh, too bad. Alright, and with that, there's a goblin merchant? Okay, hello. How are you? As you approach, the goblin stands, grinning wide with yellow teeth almost sharp as his eyes are. You notice a large dirty sack behind him, which you almost mistook for a second goblin. Ah, an adventurer. Greet you welcomes. I chuck a buyer. I sell. I trade. Whatever you sword swingers need, I offer. Want to buy something? I can see it in your eyes. Yes, you do. Just 5 money pieces. Not got that much? 10 then. No. Twist my wrists, I give this account. Just half. Half 100. So a deal? Deal? What are you selling? Everything you're needing for adventures. Spellcasting and sword swinging. Just look at yourself. Who can beat you with metals and crafting like that? Only today, only for you. Bestest weapon made by Goblin, bestest crafters. Just wait. The goblin reaches into a sack by his side and produces a stick with a rusty nail on the end. He swings it several times with a swish, almost hitting his own ear. This one can bring whole troll down. Take it. It may not be many coins. Don't like it? Fine. I can sell you a hydra if you like. It'd be good hydra. All teeth and claws. Just a giant house of money pieces, and it's yours. He puts on a grim expression, as if afraid of being cheated. Delivery cost you, though. How's the merchant trade? Not good. One can't trade with them. They no money. Not a single slip, shiny, or copper circle. Only teeth and rocks. The goblin suddenly brightens. Hey, what about you? You have money? Just as suddenly, he narrows his eyes. But maybe you try to fool me. Take wares run? If so, I'd be seeing money first. Alright, deal. Okay. The goblin palm is covered in something sticky you can't identify, but you can definitely feel it crawling on your skin. Oblivious, he continues to shake your hand with enthusiasm. He's got an amazingly strong grip. Great, we rich now. A deal of all time. He slowly stops shaking your hand, and you take the opportunity to unpeel yourself from the grip. Wait, hold on. What were we dealing about now? Okay, show me your wares. Oh. I see. Okay. Fearsome Mace of Twerk. I don't have that much money. That's expensive, and I would like to buy it, but I don't think I can. Instead, we're just gonna get the herbs and milk, because that's looking like it's gonna be cheaper. Everything else, way too costly. How much for our stuff? About average price. I mean, hey, seems about right, yeah. Alright, let's get going. I'm not gonna cut him down. Just let him live his life. He's trying to be a merchant. At the very least, we got a +4 belt of incredible dexterity, though. That's nice. And a Talden horseshoe. Huh. Probably an item regarding one of their particular relics, I'm guessing. Alright, what about over here, then? Is there anything around here that I can use? There might be something up here, though. What's up here? Ah, an item. Another melted shard of a ring. Kind of important, so yeah. I think that just leaves everything... I think that leaves everything, doesn't it? Alright. In that case... let us put on the Belt of Incredible Dexterity +4 for Sundowner. Give him an additional AC and an additional bonus to attack. And let's go see these goblins. You can't go in here. Get lost where you came from. Don't come closer. Don't come closer. I poke with spear. Well, too bad. Okay, well, I'm going in. See ya. Oh, hello. Alright, well, I already went in.
I do what I must.
Hello? Okay, why aren't they triggering? Alright, whatever. Suit yourself, I'll just go in. Giant. Well then. Nothing's triggering. Odd, but okay. Oh, there we go. Took its time.
Out of my way!
There we go. Ah, Steven.
This will hurt.
Ow! Alright, we'll have the wolf go here. Alright, that's fire. We're gonna need to get Mistral on that. We are going to want to throw out fire resist to everybody. Alright. There we go. Fire resistance. And everybody should be fine. There we go. Oh. That's a lot. That's a lot of stuff. Come here, beastie. That's a good beastie. We be giving you food, dinner, lunch. Fools, Knock Knock laughs at you. Lamashtu herself protects me. We already touched you, and kicked you, and tied you. We be seeing now how Goddess protects you. Why you be stopped? Come on, where be your dinner? Here be. Not here, you stupid animal. Take your muzzle off me. You eat not me, you eat him! Death. Hee hee hee. Told ya. Okay, well, that's a lot of dialogue. Straight tactical with words. Goblins, I swear.
This will hurt.
Alright. He's going after Sundowner right now. So I've run it. Let's have Sundowner go. Okay. Done. Nobody died, thank goodness. But geez, that's a lot. A lot of death. Oh well. That was delayed and weird. Oh, hold on. Okay, I might need to turn this up a little bit. Hold on. What was it? Sound. Here we are. Voice volume, let's turn that up to 70, I guess? I think that'll do. The goblin, tied to the pole, has seen better days. He's covered in filth, and a wide array of burns, bruises, claw marks, even a bite mark or two. Yet he's smiling widely, as if in triumph. I do believe he just speaks, so we'll just leave that to him.
Treating me heroes. Seen how I dealt with them? They were like, we be smashing you. And I snarled back, no, I be smashing you. And the beast was, and bite again. That's it.
Okay, who are you?
I be the ear of Lamashtu. No, not that. I be the seer of Lamashtu. That's who I be. Her favorite of many. I bring her message. She protects me. Sends me offerings to eat and whatnot. I be important. Very important person.
What makes you think you're the seer of Lamashtu? As the goblin grins widely, then falters.
I had dream. Llama told Knock Knock in her big white arms, rock me, let me suckle her skulls, pet my head and sing. Who's smartest? Who bravest? Who favorite? Knock Knock, that's who. And the next day, proof. I found nest, untouched with eggs. It be a sign. And bigger sign? Llama just saved me, right before your eyes.
The goblin leans in as far as he can, nodding, the cords creaking as he does so. In addition to rubbing his belly, but the cords stop him. Why did they want to kill you?
It be because of that half-head shaman. Bees bite his back. He be crazy. Something get in his way. He be snarling and poking people with fork.
He huffs and grumbles and shivers, as if trying to dodge invisible pokes and proddings in his memories. What do you know about the incursion of the enchanted beasts?
Beasts? Llama be their mother, like all beasts. But she not birthed them out this way. No way. Half-head shaman lie to make people fear him. Shatshanks stride around all puffed up. Everyone bows. Even King won't bark a word against him. He says God has sent us these beasties to answer his prayers. He even made us uproot village. He says there is thing of goddess nearby, where beasts come from, called and he calls me a blasphemer.
What should I do with your kin?
They deserve a knock across heads, all of them. Yet, better not knock. You see, Big Mother Idol? Shatshanks hide in her shadow so can beg and whine for Llama to poison, stab, bite, kill whoever hurts goblins. Don't make Lamashtu Mother mad. Let them live.
Thanks for the information. I'll be going now.
Hey, where you going? Wait till I untie myself. I go with you. We heroes, we march together. The shaman fled. I bet your hide he come back for revenge. He hates you, Longshanks. Hates your guts. Mine too. Let's follow him, then kick him hard in his guts. Teach him a lesson. We kick the king in his guts too while we be there.
Okay. You want to go with me?
See for yourself. Heroes need muscle, right? Also need brain for plans. Someone with pretty face to charm everyone. And needs leader, heart of the group. I can do all of that.
Alright, maybe some other time. Far, far from now.
Wait, how can you do without me? You die fast, and you say die. And with me coming along, you won't die. When you be old and fat and smile on your deathbed, you'll remember this day and say to self, yes, that was good choice. Me die much later, happier, because of Knock Knock. You see.
Oh, okay. Alright, fine, whatever.
Follow if you dare.
Alright, here we go. We got the followers achievements. Yeah, in my last playthrough, there are two individuals that I did not pick up. That, you probably don't even recognize. But,
In due time.
long ago, I used to play this game, and I managed to complete the entire game, to give you a rough sense of my accomplishments in this game. I've completed the game, essentially. And the only two people I didn't get was Jubilist and Ekundayo, I believe. Those are the only two I wasn't able to recruit, essentially. Huddled behind the statue of Lamashtu, a batch of goblins cast angry glances at you, muttering threats and curses. One of them, apparently the bravest, steps out, shaking his fist, and howls at you in a quavering voice. You dare come closer. We catch one of your kind before, and Lamashtu cursed him. A terrible curse. She do same to you. He points his finger at a corpse of a goblin we killed. See how goddesses punishes blasphemers? You run now, or she get you too. Okay. I respect the goddess. Praise her, for I'm sparing your pathetic lives.
I'm there.
Just be happy with that fact, goblins. Jeez. Well, whatever. It appears there's some loot here, so let's go over there real quick. Grab that before we go. Because I think there isn't much left here. I can still try and check to see if I can find anything, but I'm probably not going to. At least I don't think I am. Because the stuff is... yeah. There's no way to get up here, I don't think. And even if I could, I don't think there's any loot there, so... Alright. With that, I guess we're good to go. Let's get going. Can I go up here? No, I can't. Okay, so in that case, I think we're good to go. We can leave this area, and we should be fine. Alright, anything we're missing? Not really. We've just got fatigue, and then we're good. But I think because we've cleared this out, we've updated our quest. I think we've completed it, but we still need to deal with the shaman, I think. And he might be the true cause of this. Attend a council. We've scouted the whole barony, visited goblins, dispersed the cult of Lamashtu, and even participated in a real vivisection. Now it's time for everyone to meet and discuss what we've learned about this source of the disease. Which is good. We're basically on the verge of finishing the quest line here. Or at least dealing with the bloom, as it were. Which is good. It means that we're basically nearing the end of this arc of a story, and we should be able to clear out the barony,
Adventures can wait.
hopefully for good, this time. Let's just hope it's for the best. Alright.
March, march. All I do is march.
Let's enter, let's go to the throne room, and let's discuss. Okay. The throne room is full of people. Your allies stand around the throne, waiting in silence as you approach. The atmosphere is tense. Today you'll be discussing the strange and deadly blight that has recently struck your barony. The gloomy silence is only penetrated by loud chewing. Knock Knock has grabbed a whole fried chicken from the table and is busily devouring it, ignoring everyone else completely. Jod folds his hands on his chest. Well, now that we're all here, let's sum up voice. Well now that we're all here, let's sum up what we know. We each spent a lot of time and effort learning what we can about the monsters that come from what's causing this strange disease. I hope this conversation can help shed some light on the situation. Kestrin shakes his head slowly. We need to hurry. If we don't find the source of this blight and eliminate it, we may end up with a rebellion on our hands. Let's summarize what we've found up until this point. Jod, Kestrin, and Tristan looks at you closely. Jod, the surgery showed that it was a magic seed that was causing the disease, correct? Right. Judging from the location of the patient's bodies, these seeds were ingested. It seems likely that they are initially extremely small, almost invisible, and people simply swallow them with their food. Once the seed is in their stomach, it begins to grow and cause the symptoms we've seen in our patients. As soon as the seed gains enough strength, it sprouts and turns into a magical portal, just like a bud turning into a flower. Erastil, forgive me. Jod stares into distance for a moment. Something must have possessed me to say that. It really does look like blooming. Each seed tears the body of its victim just as the flower tears its bud. Kestrin, we've discovered that the Lamashtu cultists were involved with the monster infestation. Kestrin nods. It doesn't mean that they're innocent of their other crimes, but the monster invasion at least is not their work. Hearing the name of Lamashtu draws Knock Knock's attention. Mother is not to blame here. Told you, but who listens to me? Goblins obviously like having all of these monsters around. To them, it's like a sign of Lamashtu's benevolence. Keston grunts. I'd say they're just excited by anything new that happens. I wouldn't be surprised if they're linked to the story somehow, but I doubt the seeds were created by goblin shamans. Besides, a plan like this seems a little beyond the local goblin chief's intelligence. Knock Knock raises a head.
Know what I think? I think Goblin King is rotten lice scratcher. Shaman plays him like reed pipe, babbles about Lamashtu, then plots behind his back.
Can you tell me where these monsters came from, Tristan? The ones that appear because of this bloom. Tristan raises his eyes from the papers on the table. Undoubtedly from some world alien to our own. All the monsters appearing from the bloom are exceptionally large and strong. It would be rare to encounter such specimens in the Stolen Lands, or even on most Goblorian. But it is impossible to say what it is that lies on the other side of the portals, that's intent on killing people. That's all I need to know about the research. Jod exchanges glances. Tristan continues to dig through his papers. So, the bloom's essential properties are strange magic seeds getting in people's bodies, which causes their disease, and eventually creating magic portals. Now we just need to discover where the seeds are coming from. Tristan, who's been examining the map on the table from the shadows, gives a small cough. If I may, I've noticed an interesting detail. Well, 2 details to be precise. First, the seeds afflict mostly the villagers. There have been no record in cases of disease within the city limits, except for those who came here looking for the cure. Okay. Jod nods. That's right. Thus, we can assume a common factor in how people are exposed to these seeds. Many villages get their food from the same territory. Tristan slowly shakes his head. I don't think food is the problem. Take a look. He points to the map. We have the most cases of disease here, here, and over here. Monsters mostly attack here and here. The cleric's fingers travel down the map, tapping points along a fluid line. You see, the situation is most dire along the banks of the Golden River. Or Gudrun River. Everyone examines the map closely. Arostel have mercy. Jod exclaimed slowly. Exactly! Along the river! That must be where the seeds are coming from the drinking water. We have to go upstream and find the source of the blight. Knock Knock jumps at your words.
Take me!
The goblin bares his sharp, crooked teeth.
I want to settle score with the king.
Keston straightens up and flexes his shoulders. If you allow me, Baron, I'd like to take the lead on this. I'll take the best members of the militia with me and sweep the woods along the river. We'll look under each and every rock if needed. Keston muffles a cough. After everything they've been through, these people deserve a chance to discover the sources of their misfortunes. No, Keston. We have to deal with this carefully and rationally. Go to your people and wait my arrival. Keston casts his eye down. You're right, of course, Your Grace. I'll order my men to get ready immediately. We'll await your arrival and then make our move. Keston gives a short bow, turns around, and leaves. Tristan, how did you find the leak between the disease and the river? The cleric glances pensively at the map. You see, Baron, these seeds are not the only sign of something abnormal at work. Remember the ruins when we first met? The glade near those ruins are full of huge flowers. Glades such as that tend to appear all over the Stolen Lands. Seems strange, does it not? Especially if we take into account that the magic seeds and the portals they create look like flowers themselves. Jod even called this disaster to bloom. I'd like to research this natural phenomenon, and perhaps... Tristan stops, talking as loud, hasty steps are heard from the main entrance. Okay. Keston runs into the room. Your Grace, we have trouble. The peasants are rioting. That's the only solution those nitwits could come up with. Don't worry, Baron, as long as they're not setting fires to the streets, we still have a chance of coming to a peaceful resolution. If you allow me, I'll go to speak with them. Do my best to calm the crowd down. And if peace doesn't prevail, your guards and I will stand with you. Let's go. I can hear their shouting even from here. Alright, I guess we got a revolt on our hands. Alright, let's deal with this properly. The murmuring crowd takes up almost the entire square. The murmuring turns into shouts at your arrival, and a stone flies out of the crowd and strikes the cobbles at your feet. There he is, our last... out at last, damn his eyes. Silence. Please let us speak. Tell me what brings you to my door. Your voice is drowned by the crowd's uproar. The peasants in front raise their torches, pitchfork, and clubs as they shout at you. Alright, let's let Jod speak. People, please hear me. Jod steps forward and raises his hands. Quiet down. His voice thunders over the crowd, and the people fall silent, waiting. I am Jod Calvrin, humble servant of Erastil. I may be his Grace's confidant, but I'm also one of you, the people of this realm. The Baron is deeply concerned by your suffering, and he is doing everything in his power to... Lies! This ruler is the source of all our suffering. Once we get rid of him, the curse will be lifted. Suddenly, an old man dressed in rags steps from the crowd, or the crowd parts for him. It's difficult to tell as he gets closer. You recognize him. It's the prophet Remus. His eyes fell to the ground. Repent, fools. This is your last chance to appease the goddess. He turns and points at you, his eyes afire, by killing the one who dared lay claim to our mistress's lands. People aren't dying from some curse. It's from some strange magical seeds that carry a fatal disease. We just need to find out where they come from. Then... a disease? Why would you hide that from us? Keep silent as the monsters tore apart our loved ones. No, you're just trying to hide the truth about your curse. Are you all mad? I came to the Baron for a cure. If you'd only seen the foulness they took out of me, you'd know this is not some curse. Silence! Let your ruler speak. Jod nods to you. Please go on, your grace. Alright, let's see. In times like these, a ruler should be able to reply to his people. But I seem to have only ill-equipped vagrants who insist on threatening me. Return to your homes, before I decide to give you a sample of what I have in store for those who dare send a magic disease into my lands. The people are in the front row step back, pushing their companions backwards as well. Those who met your gaze look away quickly. Enough! You don't care about us. You hull up in your castle in your fear and refuse to lift a finger while us simple folk die like animals. If all of you care about your own hide, then go on. Flee with your tail between your legs. My neighbors may have fled like cowards, but the Baron is still here. He refuses to leave his people. Bah! Only thugs in his service. They're locking up roads and bridges. You want to cross? Better pay up. People are running for their lives, and he's lining his pockets. Enough, all of you. The Baron has been fighting to protect us. I've talked to him personally. I've seen how much he cares. If we turn against each other, we're lost. Did you come here to hear yourselves talk? For shame. While you try to figure out why all of you gathered here, at least let the Baron speak. Alright. You ungrateful rabble, dared to judge me, the one charged with protecting this baronry. You're still here, so I must be doing something right. The people before you exchange wary looks and back away. You notice a few peasants hastily turn and leave. A serpent's tongue. Clear side of Lamashtu. Did she grant you such cunning and hypocrisy to return for our lives? It's true, goblins dart around everywhere, pulling up their filthy totems, and without a bit of fear. But that doesn't seem to trouble a baron. No, they can just put up their vile idols anywhere. They want to carve honest people up for their wretched gods. Did you hear about the human cult of Lamashtu? They say the baron gave them his favor and panders to their every whim. Arousal the merciful, forgive them. They're caught up in their own anger, your grace. Your grace, they don't know what they're saying. To think these miserable imbeciles are allowed to roam free my lands. Angry murmuring runs through the crowds. It looks like it might erupt at any moment. Jod leans in. We've done all we can. He turns to the crowd, then presses his hands together in prayer. In the name of Erastil, I beseech you, return to your homes, your families. You've suffered enough. Do not bring more strife upon yourselves. As the preached speech comes to an end, a silence fills the air, which gives way to some awkward coughing and the shuffle of feet as the crowd begins to disperse. Some risk a glance at you as they go. Others hide their face as they hastily leave the square. You look around in search of Remus, the old man who managed to show up despite your best efforts to get rid of the instigator. Seems the mad preacher managed to disappear in all the commotion. He needs to go. His head is going... He's causing too much trouble. He needs to go. Remus needs to perish. I will send his head from his shoulders next. Hello, your grace. Feels strange. It's amazing I can just go and have a chat with an actual baron. I wanted to talk about Ekun. I'm worried about him lately. Although, worried might be too strong a word. He's way too gloomy. Even more than usual, if that's possible. Life without family must be hard for him. But he's not completely alone. He has us. I know we can't replace what he's lost, but we must remind him that we're here and he can talk to us. What are you getting at? What I'm getting at is we should hold a merry revelry and use this opportunity to talk to him, heart to heart. If we just invite him for a drink, he'll no doubt refuse, so we must organize everything in secret. We'll gather guests, prepare food and drink, bring Ekun, and I have so much fun. I'll even bring my lute. What do you say? Neither grief nor joy should be excessive. I think you got a point. I'm not sure I'd put it like that, but I'm glad you agreed. I've talked to Linda, the innkeeper, and she's happy to help us, although, between us, I'm not sure what made her so enthusiastic. Anyways, you should talk to her, and I should go and think what I'm going to play. And one more thing, don't be late. I fear if we don't pull Ekun out of this mood now, it'll be too late. Okay. And that just leaves one more task. Alright, let's see our edicts and go from there. Alright, we've solved the unrest in the streets, the suggestion, and now we just got these quests coming in like wildfire now. Shouldn't be too hard to finish, though. Not hard at all. Let's see, what we got for our journal? Okay, we need to explore the Golden River, and then deal with the Feast of Feasts and the Kingdom of the Cleansed. So I need to talk with Tristan real quick first. Is he in here? I would assume so. Yeah, he's over here. Tristan. Tristan greets you with a nod. Thank you for coming. Unfortunately, I have bad news. I managed to find a couple of cultists from the kingdom cleansed. The poor fellows were scared to death, but I comforted them, and promised not to speak their names. Anyways, they have left the capital fearing your wrath. None of them saw the first faithful after the fateful meeting. The scoundrel vanished into thin air, and with him, all meetings, sacraments, and talk of the goddess. It looks like the peculiar power of curses in the Stolen Lands is not in fact connected with these lunatics. Anyway, we managed to get their barkers off the streets, and yesterday fanatics have returned home to their families in honest work. Thank you for your help, Stephen Armstrong. Tristan wears a beaming smile. I will not leave you of my own accord until I repay you for your kindness. Have you heard anything about the kingdom to cleanse with the first faithful? Tristan frowns. Not yet. I don't know whether to be glad about it or not. The priest may be regrouping, in which case it may be all the more difficult to defeat him. Alright, I should go. Tristan bows. A pleasure. And that is the kingdom of the cleanse done. Storyteller, I brought some relics. Okay. Nope, nothing else. Okay, let's go. Let's see. Actually, that might actually be a good thing. I might actually check to see if anybody's fully ready to level up. We got Jubilist. Let's put the price in descending order. Strength. Belt of Strength. I think we need our Marshal to have that, so... need to give it to Ragongar, I believe. Yeah, Ragongar. We give Ragongar the buff, and he will be able to... yeah, he will level up accordingly. We'll increase his natural armor and strength. Of course. We will boost up his mobility bit. There we go. What do we give him? He's got improved initiative, toughness, outflank. I guess we can get him cleave. Why not? And let us give him haste for the buff there. What else? Yeah, Ragongar's there. He's good. He's got a higher strength, which means his edicts are going to be way easier. So having a solid 30 is going to be nice, especially. Well, once he gets to that point anyways. Price in descending order. Beast Render is a good animal weapon. Don't have anything else beyond that though, fortunately. Alright, Harem will need a headband of inspired wisdom, I believe, to increase his edict power. We need... Jubilist is intelligence, I believe, because he is the treasurer. It is... was it charisma or wisdom? It was wisdom for Tristan, but considering he has such a high edict, I'm fine with just leaving with him with the phylactery for now. And I think that'll do for now. Alright, for our journal, we got the Feast of Feasts. So we'll go quickly do that. So we'll go quickly to Tavern, solve that, and then finally deal with this potential seed disease business. Hopefully for the better. Alright. Hello, Alina. As you approach, the red-haired innkeeper curtsies awkwardly. Your Grace, you must have come to talk about the feast for Ekundayo. I'd be happy to. I'll provide food and drinks. Everything will be first class. How much will this idea cost me? Don't mention it, Your Grace. It's such an honor for me. Everything's on a house. Who'll serve the feast? With your permission, Your Grace, for such an honor, with such esteemed guests, I'd like to do it. Myself, Your Grace. Alina awkwardly smiles, turning an even brighter red. I commend your enthusiasm. Why would you, though? Oh, your grace, isn't it so? It'd be my pleasure. I hope everyone likes it, including Ekundayo. Then we need only to agree on the place. I guess there's no two ways around it. We'll have to have it right in this room. We can decorate it, of course. Oh. Forgive me, but we are thinking about the same... But if we were thinking about the same Ekundayo, he will likely feel uncomfortable indoors. The feast must definitely be held in the woods, if Madam Innkeeper is up for the challenge. Alina is speechless, either due to astonishment, indignation, or both. Who are you? The woman stands tall with a calm smile. My name is Natavi. I'm passing through the city. Akun and I know each other for a long time, from long ago, since back when he guarded caravans. We traveled together for a long time. Pursing her lips, the innkeeper studies Natavi carefully. Why would Akun want to feast in the woods? He's a born ranger. He always feels calmer under an open sky. I know him well. Can you think of a suitable place? How about the Royal Hunting Grounds? I've seen the place in passing by. It's not far from the city. It's a cozy nook, and there's water nearby. What do you say, Alina? The innkeeper sighs at the woman opposite her. I might not know Ekundayo as well as some, but I see no trouble in holding a feast in the woods. Or on a mountain or swamp, for that matter. Wonderful. In that case, I'll gladly meet both of you in an agreed-upon place. Okay. My, I've seen a lot since as an innkeeper here, but when one just invites herself like that. The innkeeper clicks her tongue. Oh, what's got into me? Grumbling. It's high time we start cooking. Your Grace, please take care of bringing Ekundayo to the agreed place. Lindsay and I will do the rest. Okay. Well then. I guess we'll talk to Ekundayo and bring him along. I don't see a reason why we can't, after all. I am worried this might be concerning to some degree, though, because some random person came up, claims to be a friend of Ekundayo, so I suspect there might be a trap.
Adventures can wait.
So that's a little concerning to me, at least in my opinion. Okay, let's go to Ekundayo, which is over here. Alright. Hey. With that, items should be fine. Alright, let's go. We'll just quickly zoom out. Because we're dealing with a ranger, I guess Mistral can go. Yeah, let's get Mistral, replace it with Ekundayo, and then let's get going. Hopefully it's not too far from the city, because I'm going to be quite busy if things go too haywire. Alright. Where is it? That's the question. Secluded Lodge. Okay, well, I don't need to go there, I don't think. Oh, right, we need to go to hunting grounds. Okay, so what I'm thinking is we go to the hunting grounds here, and then we go along the Gundren River to find the goblins causing a ruckus, and then we'll finish things off. Nice. The herbalists have been a triumph, so our economy and relations rise up quite high. And now we can deal with the Enchanted Wind with a 90% success rate, if we wish. Alternatively, I can wait for Harem to finish it. I'm probably gonna have Harem handle it. I just put a... Well, do I need to? Yeah. If I want to help the economy, I want to fix the consequences, so let's do that first. So we'll have that set, and we'll keep going. We'll do a quick save, just to make sure we're keeping to time. We'll zoom over to the hunting grounds and get that done. Heck yeah. Alright, let's see what's going on here. First, let's level up Ekundayo, because yeah, he's a straight up level 5 ranger. Okay. Combat style, I guess we can just keep leveling him up like this. No reason to change him. Let's actually boost up UMD specifically. Let's see, archery, I guess many shot is best, or improved precise shot. I can get many shot as a feat though, instead. Okay. Your ranged attack ignore anything but total concealment and cover. Okay. Let's get improved precise shot then. Alright, level 7. Boost up to... Oh, hold on. There we go. Make sure we got stealth, though. We have clustered shots, which is actually going to help significantly. Boon Companion. Okay, either we get clustered shots, which will total all the damage from hits before applying DR, which is probably for the best. We'll get clustered shots next. Alright, we'll level up again. Make sure we keep UMD going up. For this, we need to decide what Ekundayo is going to be focusing on. I think Dexterity was to go to. Well, hold on. He's currently, what? The Marshal, I think? So what does the Marshal require? Adds... Okay, Oh god, what was it called? Okay, we wanted the advisors, specifically. And we're dealing with a warden, which is Constitution. Okay, so I need more con, is what I need specifically, so... I guess I'll boost con here. And have his con up at 16 to 18, I guess. And then I can give him a belt of Constitution then, and that way I can just have him focus there. Favored terrain, I guess the next best thing would be the first world. Yeah, let's go first world. There's a reason for me choosing that, but yeah, we'll come to that later. Alright, UMD at 4. Nice. And we get either improved critical or many shots. Let's get many shot, because that'll be more attacks. Okay. It appears that Steven's currently exhausted, which is not good, but it's not like we have much of a choice here. Let's us check our formations. Let's just put our wolf here. Now we got 2 wolves. Which will pose for a good distraction, I must admit. So, it'll be nice. I think we have to go here specifically, so let's rush over. It shouldn't be too dangerous here. We've cleared the entire hunting grounds after all. Alright, I think we're just slow because I can't run. But that's fine. Considering everybody's, you know, going to be fine. Yeah. I should definitely heal though, so let's get Compson healing Stephen real quick. Get those cure light wounds used. Boom. Half health. That'll be nice. Alright, and now we're at the campsite. Alina, servant, there we go. Hello. We've brought Ekundayo. There you are. Ekun, old friend, speak of the devil. Ekun's face freezes in surprise. He stares at Natavi and Alina silently for a few moments, completely still. Finally, Ekun turns a quizzical look at you. Relax, friend. Let's just drink and talk a little. Grabbing Ekun's arm, Alina leads him to the tables with food. Please, come here, Ekundayo. You don't mind if I call you Ekun? Oh dear. Okay then. Natavi fixes her hair, and you notice a tattoo of a stinging wasp on her wrist. Following the couple with a long stare, Natavi says quietly to you, "Please come to me when everyone is busy eating and drinking. I would like to talk to you." Okay. Alright. Small party. There's a lot of people. Okay. Quietly humming, merry song. The ranger greets you with a curt nod. Your Grace must want to talk to Ekun. I'll go make sure everyone has enough to drink. Looking at Alina's back, Ekun turns to you, fixing one of his belt bags. Cunning plan, to bring a hunter to a feast. Call him to hunt. You know Lindsay, she has a creative mind. Alina told me. Thank you. I hope we didn't do more harm than good. Or at least having fun? Ekun nods. It's good to be among friends in trees. And even better, not holding a bow. How are you? Life is life. It goes on. Whether we wish it or not. What do you mean? I am thinking about them. Ekun stares into distance. I wake up in the first rays of sun. I see the faces of my family. Fire turns to ashes, midday turns to midnight, and when the stars are shining, I still think of them. Some days, bitterness and rage fill me. I drive them away. Other days, I feel a smile on my face, and I appall myself. Only hunting numbs my feelings. But the farther I follow the trail, the darker the woods are. And the harder it is to find my way back. Only you can decide what path is right for you. I believe you'll make the correct choice. Ekun looks down. After a long silence, he speaks, noticeably relieved. Your eyes look deep. Sometimes too deep. Thank you, Stephen Armstrong. I see Alina is trying very hard to please you. She is the lady of the house. This is her responsibility. Does it not ruin your fun? A faint smile spreads on Ekun's face. This is very much of her, all at once. However, she is a good woman. I think this is more than a sense of obligation, to be honest. I thought about it. Time will tell. Alright, let's talk about something else. Uh-huh. Why did you never tell me about Natavi? Ekun shrugs. Why? How did you meet Natavi? Guarded caravans. She talked a lot. I thought she must be in love with her own voice. Ekun winces. But over time, we walked many roads together. I learned she had a steady eye and a strong hand. Why did you stop talking? The ranger rubs the back of his head, then smirks. Amanda said, "A caravan is here. You'll go to the tavern again." Natavi is bad influence. And then Natavi started coming less and less. Were you close? We are friends, and friends leave, but stay anyways. I see. Drink with me? Ekun looks uncertainly at the offered glass. Alina's wine is good. It's your choice, though. Ekun resolvedly shakes his head. No, thank you. I'm going to get something to eat, then. Alright. Your Grace. Smiling, Natavi nods politely. I admit we got acquainted very suddenly. That's right. When we met for the first time, I had to speak to him. Interruptions be damned. What was I supposed to do? I haven't seen Ekun for such a long time, and I was so surprised to hear about him. I'd like to know you better. I'm at your service. Where are you from? I grew up in the Nantanub, far from here, but never liked that city. I left it years ago and haven't been back since. I remember leaving it vividly. Little towers covered with bright monastic dots in the horizon, while I lay hidden in the bushels of sugarcane on a rumbling cart, drawn by a lame old donkey. How did you meet Ekun? We guarded a caravan together. At first I couldn't stand Ekun. I took his silence for arrogance, but then a sandstorm forced us to spend a week in a tiny village. We drank everything the only inn had to offer, and got to know each other better. Didn't you say before that you didn't like taverns? Natavi grins, staring off in the distance. He behaved somewhat differently when he was young. A curious story. And old as the world. Ekun never mentioned you. You don't say. It can't be. Natavi looks at you with a smirk. And he is usually so talkative. Keeps talking about himself, his past, his dreams and plans. A couple of jokes here and there. A curious tattoo. A stinging wasp doesn't mean anything. Your Grace is very observant. Natavi runs a finger over her image. This tattoo is a tribute of tradition. It symbolized the transition from unconscious dogmatic conformity to mindfulness and self-awareness. I believe that sign of a wasp is also in form with one of a goddess. A very, very bad goddess. One of revenge, if I'm not mistaken. So, what did you want to talk about? I wanted to ask a favor. You see, Elena, the innkeeper, treats me coldly, and I have no reason why. Yesterday, for instance, she argued with me before changing the sheets in my room, and today she refuses to pour me a glass of wine. So I was thinking she would refuse if the Baron himself asked for a bottle of wine. And why do you need a bottle of wine? Natavi's laughter is soft and musical. What a strange question. Really, why would I need a bottle of wine at a party? Fine, I'll see what I can do. Thank you, Stephen Armstrong. Still, why do you need a bottle of wine? Well, I just wanted to steal Ekun for a moment, to walk and talk with him, eye to eye. I've known him for a long time, and he could definitely use someone to talk to. Hold on, I need to do a quick Google search. Right. Okay, so I did a quick Google search, and because I haven't seen this sort of thing before, I'm personally curious. So, the sign for a wasp... Well, hold on. Yeah, no, to give you a rough idea, if you are ever familiar with the Pathfinder lore, there is a certain goddess named Calistria, and she has a fondness for wasps. So it's normal for followers to have tattoos of such things, or at least respect wasps in some way. So I fear that Natavi is doing something in particular. So I'll have a quick talk. Alright, Alina. Thank you for organizing such a wonderful party for Ekun. My pleasure, Your Grace. I'm happy everything turned out this way as well. Besides, entertaining a man such as Ekundayo is a pleasure. The innkeeper giggles, covering her mouth with a handkerchief. Ekun pretends not to hear. Alina, could you give me a bottle of wine? Don't bother with a bottle, Your Grace. I'll pour it for you. Just bring me a glass. I need a bottle for Natavi. She's our guest. You can't refuse her food and drinks. The innkeeper raises an eyebrow. I have no idea why Your Grace invited this harpy. Of course, you know better, but still. I'm gonna check up on the others. Here, I hope you like this. Well, no. Let's open the bottle up ostentatiously and sip from it. Natavi's face is like a mask. She turns away silently. Yeah. Why not? Alright. I think that's it. Unless I'm missing anything in particular. Nope. Okay, yeah, no, I think that's it. Okay. Alright. Lindsay looks upon you, surprised, trying to keep the rhythm. Where are you going? If you leave now, the whole plan goes to pieces. Clear as day, I just wanted to break from the noise. Okay. Lindsay runs her fingers over the strings intently. Thank you for the wonderful ideas, Lindsay. Lindsay's face brightens. I'm glad you liked it. I hope the others are happy too. Especially Ekun. Isn't it hard to play and talk at the same time? It's a matter of practice. Lindsay, I think now is the perfect time for one of your performances. Are you sure? Have you had time to talk with everyone? I'm sure of it. Begin. I mean, we've talked with everybody, it's fine. Your attention. My friends, let's raise our glasses. Let's celebrate our adventures, and that we have others to share them with. Also, let's thank Alina for a generous feast. The evening was wonderful. Alina bows, turning red. And now I'd like to play something special for you. I haven't composed anything for a while, but this is a special occasion. Striking a theatrical pose, Lindsay begins to play. Music starts flowing. Lindsay's performance isn't perfect, but it's deep and emotional. One cadence follows another, and music echoes among the trees. Suddenly, you notice that Ekun is standing much closer than you thought. You realize he's slowly moving closer to you, fidgeting from foot to foot and trying not to look at anyone. At the same time, Alina is trying to lean closer and closer to Ekun, trying to touch his shoulder. Noticing your look, she gives you a sharp look. I don't know. It's not my place to get involved with them, too. Like, if he wants that, like... It's clear he doesn't want that just yet. But I don't know. I'll take a step away. I think that's for the best. You take a step, and Ekun does the same. Alina pouts and looks away. Finally, Lindsay strikes the final chord, and the sound fades. Pleased with her performance, Lindsay receives a well-deserved applause. I'm not getting involved in this love affair. You guys do what you want. Oh? The wolf, who was standing nearby before, wags his tail and approaches Ekun. Ah, just look at that, Ekun. He seems so loyal. You have to give him a name. You do. You've been together for so long. We've been through so much together. Natavi shakes her head. The heart wants what it wants. Why would one fake affection when there is none? I think I'm going to keep silent. It's his decision. His loyalty is appreciated. Not ready to decide his fate, though. Natavi nods in understanding. By the way, friends, not to sound too mundane, but I'm quite tired, and we still have to get to the city. Maybe it's time to pack up? I'm not sure if this is the right choices, but it's not... I will try and push him in the right direction, but not forcefully in this situation.
Adventures can wait.
He's his own man, after all. Let him do what he wants. Although, I can't say if this was a good or bad circumstance, but it'll do. Okay, anyways, let's get everybody in the party back. There we go. And let's get the heck out of here. Alright, we've got one last task ahead of us, and that is to go along this river here and find the problem of the goblins. Oh, hold on. We've got a potential task. An event, as it were. A celebrity visit. Let us put Valerie on the task, for now. As we can't do the Enchanted Wind yet, because we need, harem for that. We will keep going until we find the location, which is here. Before we do enter the Goblin Fortress, let us organize ourselves. We're going to want Samuel there, we're going to want Sundowner there, Mistral there, and there we go. That's organized. Let us rest, manage the inventory to see what we got. We are going to want, I'd say, let's go with a rice and nut pudding, I guess, to give us an extra boost to speed. And let's get going. Nice. And with that, we can now enter the Goblin Fort and get going. Alright, with this, the camp is set up, and we're ready to go. Oh.
I'm there.
Help, goblins are upon us. Okay. Let's go. Let's make this quick. Alright. Alright, zoom, zoom, zoom. How are the guards looking? It's looking like they're invincible to some degree, which is good. Saved me from worrying about death from them. Alright, these people need help, find some food and whatnot. Keston nods. His armor is covered with cuts and scratches. There's blood on his gloves, but he himself is uninjured. You're right on time, Baron. We were losing hope. No longer now that you're here. Further down the path, behind a palisade, lies a nest of goblins. We chanced upon it while heading upriver. I've no idea when these pests managed to build it, and so fast. We scouted it less than 10 days ago, and there was no trace of them. Keston regains his composure. Whatever the cause, the surrounding area is thick with goblins. Only one of the scouts we sent made it back. He reports that they have raised a fort of sorts at the top of the hill, around a totem to Lamashtu. They packed the fort with cages with prisoners inside. We've managed to rescue a few of the captives. Others escaped and came back on their own. We've questioned them. They say the shaman performs rituals on the prisoners. We entrenched ourselves here to prepare for an attack, but goblins keep coming at us. They're not giving us a moment's peace. The way they are hounding us, we cannot protect the survivors and attack the camp at the same time. Keston turns to face you, his eyes determined. Only you can rescue the caged prisoners in the Fort, Your Grace. Can this goblin camp have something to do with the seeds? The only way to find out is to get inside. You'll have to get past the gates to see what's going on in there. How are the prisoners? Some are injured, many are exhausted, and every one of them is terrified after what they've been through. All the prisoners were spoken to say they are taken to the Lamashtu's totem, to take part in the magical rituals. Keston frowns. What's strange is that the shaman doesn't sacrifice anyone. All he does is shriek and pray to Lamashtu, and then forces victims to drink water until they start to choke. The prisoners mentioned a shaman, the leader. The scout mentioned seeing a large white beast at the hilltop. He thought it might be a wolf. If true, the Goblin King must be somewhere in the camp. We've discovered magic seeds are transported by water. If the shaman is infecting prisoners on purpose, then anyone who has consumed the water can give birth to a monster. I have to kill them all. Keston turns pale. How dare you say that? We know how to save them. I refuse. Fine. Have it your way, Keston. I am grateful, Your Grace. I'm leaving at once. I need to free the prisoners before the goblins serve them for dinner, or worse. I wish you good fortune, Your Grace. Send the ones to rescue on our way. We'll protect them. If you wish, Keston, but... Jeez, man. We're playing a dangerous game here, so... Sheesh. Okay, whatever. Let's just beef up first.
My skills are absolute.
Alright, buff. We're gonna want to get the buffs from here. We'll deactivate the wand for now. Okay. Like so. Got mage armor on the wolf. What else? We need... I guess enlarge and reduce if we need it is preferable. Right, we need Monsoon to buff up Mistral. There we go. We will reduce Person on Steven, but enlarge everybody else for now. That way we've got the, that way we're buffed up properly. Alright, enlarge, enlarge, and one more. There we go. And we should buff up Blur, I think. And we'll use Blur 3 times. Mainly on the wolf. And... no, actually, let's just do it 2 times. It's fine. Now, we should be fine to explore this area without too much hassle, but I suspect there's going to be combat regardless. And before we do engage, I do want to prepare one thing on Mistral's end. And I want that to be fire resist heal. Because I do believe fire is a prominent thing here. Okay, let's get remove fear as well. There. Now everybody should be roughly protected against the dangers of this area. Okay. Let's take him out. Ah, fire. It's a good thing I prepped for it. Good. Now we can break in, collect what we can.
Interesting.
And because of it, we've managed to protect ourselves from a world of hurt from fire. Nice. Alright, that's some traps. Right. Send the goblin in. Or the, that in. There we go. Nice. Combat's easy and successful. Ah, a trap. Not good. Ah, stinking cloud. Good thing I've got a strong fortitude. That's a lot of enemies. Okay, let's go through the stinking cloud. Oh. You're making your way through the goblin camp. A dirty, hastily erected settlement built of trash, mortared with what smells like goblin waste. You catch sight of the silvery glimmer of water ahead, then suddenly notice a swarm of armed goblins moving towards the water as well, shouting and prodding a few scared peasants in front of them. Seemingly unaware of you, the goblin pushed the prisoners to the water's edge. One of the guards knocks the nearest captive, a decrepit old man, off his feet, and falls to his knees with a moan. The goblin throws a filthy bent ladle at the front of the old man and points to water. "Drink! Fast!" The old man picks up the ladle with shaking hands, then stops, quivering in fear. Let's attack! Hearing your approach, the goblins whirl, see you, and start shrieking. Whether fear or battle cries, you cannot tell. In the heat of the moment, one of them drops his spear. Another steps on the foot of the goblin next to him, and so it goes, causing a ripple of chaos to pass through their ranks. The old man, startled by the noise, drops the ladle into the water, and then, in the confusion, staggers to his feet and breaks into a run. The other prisoners follow, leaving the hapless guards howling in anger. Okay. Come at me. Ow, pain. That's some painful damage. Alright. Praise be to Rostel, thank you. Done. Grab all these. And I am now leveled up. Nice. Alright, let's save everybody. Or try to, anyways. The hatched roof is broken and smells of rot. Okay. Grab these tokens and items. while we're at it. Let's see. We got an item here and... Ooh, a ring shard. Nice. Pop that. We do have the option to kill, but no, we're not going to do that. Alright, let's go. And actually, let's level up while we're at it. Or, let's level up while we're at it. Here we go. Monk level 10. We get Key Strike Lawful and Key Power. So it wouldn't be that bad. And our monk scaling should increase a little bit because of it. I'm just wondering if we go full 20, though. Because it won't help us increase damage output, I don't think. I really will have to think about what I'm going to do with monk. Assuming I even want to keep focusing monk, that is. Okay, Well, what have I got as a alternative path? Magus? What would Magus get me? I'd need something for charisma, wouldn't I? Elder Charger? No. Rather find that's come to them instinctively. Would Magus work? I could cast spells and wield my weapons at the same time. It functions like two-weapon fighting, but the offhand weapon is a spell that brings cast. Alright, well, what does Flurry of Blows do for me? Well, let's see. It comes to a 2d10 at level 20, and that's not including buffs and whatnot, right? So I need to think, what would be the best way to increase the damage of an armed strike at that point, right? I could bring it up to a 2d6 at least, couldn't I? And then I can get a set of robes, I believe, to increase it all the way up to its next level. I just need to get the item for it. So I think going level 10 monk is fine. I'm just not sure how far I should go beyond that, then. Maybe sticking to just this key power should be fine? I don't know. There's a lot of thought that goes into thinking about what this character is going to be at in the end, isn't it? Okay. Dragon Ferocity would be an option. I've also got key powers, which can be used to heal. It can give me sudden speed, spit venom. I think Abundant Step might be the best choice here, or Wholeness of Body, because having healing on standby is actually pretty good. I will get healing because it's going to be helpful no matter what, and because Steven takes the brunt of attacks more often than not, having an extra heal is never bad. It'll save me from requiring to heal from scrolls and whatnot as well. And it's better than using anything else beyond that. Okay, so let's see. Dragon's Roar or Dragon's Ferocity. Alright, I've got Dazzling, I've got Pummeling Style, Unarmed Strike, Dazzling Display. Right, this is Scaled Fist bonus fee, isn't it? Okay. Okay, well I won't get Pummeling Style, would I? So, kind of pointless right now. I could get Crane Style, and get an additional +1 dodge bonus to AC. If I wish to go that route, anyways. It would only reduce it to a -2 instead of a -4. When using the style and fighting defensively, you gain an additional +1 dodge bonus to AC. Nah. Let's just get Dragon Ferocity. While using Dragon Style, increase your strength bonus to arm strike damage rolls by an additional 1/2 strength bonus, to a total of double. on the first attack and 1.5 on other attacks. That is probably for the best. There we go. And now I can actually heal myself.
It's time to act!
With my abilities, which is actually going to be golden.
Follow if you dare.
It's only 10 HP, but it's still a heal. With Ki. That's like 40 HP solid. The ground here is soaked. Yeah. Alright, nothing there beyond that, though. So let's just cleanse the lands as we see fit. The wound on the man and body were left by spears from goblins. Ooh, what's that? That is an energy source. The wearer of this ring that has the ability to channel energy, allows them to do it 2 additional times a day. That's pretty good.
I'm there.
Okay. It's actually pretty nice. Alright.
You should have run!
Alright. Goblins are getting angry. What are we doing? Goblin. Like, we got attackers, guys. Come on. Okay. Good. They're finally attacking now. No damage because of fire. Good. Good, good, good. Nice. Alright. That's the clear up, clear. Ah, some level up. Nice. And a treasure with a shard of night bracers. What do we got here? The crude fence is made out of splintered logs crudely tied together with reed rope. Okay. So, it wouldn't have been impossible for people to break free from these goblins if they tried. It's just, you'd need to be strong enough to break reed, I guess. Well, regardless, that's a level up for our barbarian, who I think is going to take the level up in Mad Dog, I think. It wouldn't make sense to change what I've been doing for him, after all. And his level scales with his wolf, so... Or Blade Wolf, as I call him. So it's not a bad idea to do that. Pump those up. Pump up UMD. And he's got damage reduction. Compson, on the other hand, is going Mystic Theurge to level up his stat stuff. We'll boost up his knowledges, which is his key upgrades, mainly. And let's see, what else can we give him? His Druid scales naturally. His Sorcerer, however, abilities don't. But he can give displacement now, if he wishes. I am actually going to give... Well, let's see. I already give Resist Energy Communal and See Energy Communal with Mistral, I believe. So we don't need Resist Energy and See Invisibility. Protection from arrows is actually pretty good. Or we could get Haste, which will give an additional attack and extra movement speed. In a circumstance when we need to fight fast and hard, I think that's good. But I think for now we should get Protection from Arrows Communal instead. Strictly because we can benefit from that more, I think. Besides, Druid actually gives Resist Energy Communal anyways, so all the more reason to get it on this than that. Okay. We'll get Protection from Arrows Communal. That way we can protect against arrows, obviously. For at least oh right, it protects only against 100 points of damage. Let us get... Yeah, let's just get her Protection from Arrows Communal. The less damage, the better, put simply.
I'll make my own legend.
Alright, let's go to your spell book, my friend. Alright, we want you to have more Cure Light Wounds in your first category. For your second category, I think keeping the bark skin is the right choice. We'll have 4 this time, because eventually we're going to get rid of Sundowner's bark skin ability. And for this, we're going to want Lightning Bolt into the main slot, obviously. Protection from arrows is not needed, but we'll have it still, regardless. For here, we can actually give buffs. What we want to give out is actually Feather Step Mass, so that way we can ignore adverse movement effects from difficult terrain. So I believe that removes the restriction from Entangle. Can move as normal, but those that remain in the area must make a save each round. Okay. Does Feather Stop block it? I don't think it does, but it's close enough to what it's needed. But we can give out Magic Fang Greater, which is actually great for our wolf, I think. Because if I use that on the wolf, Blade Wolf, as I call him, then I will be giving a buff of, what, +3 to attack and damage? It's pretty good, put simply. But what I'm going to get instead... I think that Magic Fang is the only thing I can think of that's better. Unless I use Soothing Mud. When a creature enters the mud, it is healed of 1d4 ability damage per round. A creature can be healed this ability damage this way once per day. Also, each round thereafter, the mud restores 1 hit point to the creature. This healing is unaffected by means of increasing... Okay, so what it does is it heals a d4 of ability damage to all targets in an AoE, and it heals a hit point per. So it's set hit points based on what you're casting with. So for Druid, it's, well, Druid 5, so it basically healed 5 hit points, I guess? Yeah, that's what it would do, basically. Okay. Let's get Magic Fang Greater instead. Or, do we? Yeah, Magic Fang. I think that's better. Compson is the buff build, after all, and Magic Fang Greater actually lasts for an hour level instead. So it's actually really good. In fact, now I think about it, Magic Fang could actually be used on Steven, now I think about it.
I tire of waiting.
Oh man. A lot of forethought that comes into these builds, I swear. Move the lightning bolts over here, I guess. Feather Step is a buff that can go here. We'll do the same for Magic Fang. There we go. Done and done. Ah, a trap. Disarm that. Anything down here that we could deal with? Maybe some enemies, I would assume. Nothing yet.
Interesting.
Oh, wait. There's some people imprisoned, so... Yep. Send the wolf in first. Alright. There we go. Alright. And now we attack with full vigor. Alright, Samuel, you go over here instead. Go around and take them out there. Like so. Perfect. Oh, that was 100 and something crit. That's a lot. Alright. Alright. With that, we just open the doors. Alright. Who is this dude? Oh, we gotta bring Compson as well. Hello. You, yes you there. Let me out of here. Come on, move it. Are you waiting for the entire goblin horde to show? I've had to deal with dozens of goblins on my way here, so few more of little concern. Who are you? A corpulent man with a ragged jacket and worn-out trousers is in the cage, his hands tight on the bars as if trying to throttle them. Tingy Jurisment, a free merchant. Now that formalities are out of the way, can you see about setting me free? Free you? What do I get out of it? Tingy's eyes widen with horror as he licks his lips, sweating profusely. He presses his face against the bars and whispers, "You know the bridge over Gundan River? Down the stream not from Tuskwater? On the same side as the barony, there are bushes growing near the road and the bridge. I buried a little something there, under one of the bushes. It's yours if you let me out." Alright, come out. I hope you can find your way out of camp. Sheesh. At last, if I make it out of this alive, I'll never set foot in these lands again. Well then. What a man. Not my problem, though. At least he's gone. Better him leaving the lands than causing a ruckus, right?
I'm off.
Okay. How's our inventory looking? It's pretty heavy, so... price and descending order. Let's drop down to heavy stuff. We've got some breastplates here. We've got some studded leather that could go. We'll take it on the way back, I think. But we need to lose the weight, because otherwise we're not going to move anywhere. Alright. We'll leave the leather armor for now. And we can drop it if it becomes too heavy. Oh, there's another person here. There we go. Praise be Arostel, thank you. Any other people here? No, just a item. That's fine though.
In due time.
Alright, let's go. Haha! Attack! And a trap. Interesting. Alright. Alright, well, he's working on the trap. Oh. Samuel. No, no, no! Blagger. God. Samuel, please. Bruh. I swear.
Don't hold back.
Okay, well, whatever. Whatever. I'm disappointed that Samuel had to activate the trap, but whatever. Skin, collect. Alright, let's go. We'll grab that item on the way back, I guess. Whatever. Oh, that was actually treasure, never mind. The thing we dropped, anyways. Let's grab this. Some potions, that's not bad. What else we got? Got some treasure. Got some drunken goblins here.
There's something here.
Alright,
I managed it.
nice treasure. Some more goblins. The ground is littered with shattered cups and reek of foul-smelling alcohol. Apparently they're more drunk when you go deeper in.
I'm there.
Okay. Hello, escaped prisoners. Ah! Arastal, have mercy, you scared us. Who are you? Have you come to rescue us? What are you doing here? Hiding. We managed to free from the shaman, right after ritual. That little freak almost drowned us. At first he was jumping all around us and waving his crutch, but then he took a pot of water and started to pour it into us. I thought that'd be the end of us. And then it got weird. The goblins untied us from the column, led us away, and then just forgot all about us. They were busy with the other prisoners. Well, we didn't lose any time, and now we're thinking about climbing down this slope to get out of here. How did you manage to hide from the goblins? They haven't really looked for us, to be honest. So we just hid in these bushes, and we're waiting for the right moment to take a run for it. You haven't escaped. You were released after they infected you with the magic seed. What? You mean the water? No, no, no. It can't be. Stop scaring us. We just need to get out of this place. Climb down the hill and run away. The militia headquarters are located near the Goblin Goblin camp. Head there. Once we've freed all the prisoners, we'll find a way to cure you. Just don't cause too much troubles. Sheesh. Alright. Alright, it appears the goblins are doing stuff. Grab that while we're at it. Nice bracers of armor. Sorry, I'm whew. It's tiring to talk for so long. But you know what? It's fine. I'm used to it at this point. Been going for like 3 hours, 30 minutes at this point.
Well,
might have to end it a little bit at some point, but that's fine. Well, we can keep going until we can keep going for now. I'm good for now. Alright. At the very least, I'd like to finish this Goblin Fort before we end it off. At least that's the plan. Okay, is there anything around here that I could potentially use? Ah, goblins. Okay, we'll just have the wolf go around, I guess. There we go. What are you guys doing? Go! Go in! Go in!
Out of the way!
I swear, the AI is going a bit naff here.
Still got it.
Let's just turn it back on. Maybe that'll help. Like that. Okay. We'll have Sundowner try and disable the trap before everybody goes. Oh, nope. Okay, good. Now we can go.
You should have run.
There we are. Off it goes, and failed to hit with the mental blast, unfortunately. That's par for the course for kineticists, though. They take much longer to hit and deal damage, but the blows are insane. It's enough to one-hit KO, I think. Managed to get a dog slicer, some items, nothing too special though. Alright. With that, we're nearly done clearing out the area, I believe. Just need to make sure the speed is rather quick on this. Should be fine though. You approach a massive totem of Lamashtu that is surrounded by goblins. Despite all the noise you have made on your way here, nobody pays attention to you. Right now, they are busy tying up screaming, crying people to the totem. A few more goblins are standing nearby, shrieking fiercely and stomping their feet to the rhythm of a melody known only to them. The shaman emerges from behind the backs of the tribe members, a goblin you already know, covered in tattoos and bedangled with amulets. This time, his face is painted with red clay and soot, and a necklace of sharp teeth adorn his neck. The shaman is holding a crudely painted bowl above his head, and singing in plagnant dismissal tone that resembles a howl more so than a song. The other goblins pick up the melody and give way to the shaman, who is walking towards the totem. Let's interfere with the ritual. At the sound of your attack, the goblins around the totem spring up from their feet and grab their weapons. The shaman sees you and yells violently, throwing the bowl of water at you. Before you have time to react, he disappears in the goblin crowd, which in turn attacks you.
Guards, kill them!
Okay, well they failed. They could certainly try, but they're probably going to fail. Mistral will give you the chance to heal Stephen, I think. With Cure Moderates, preferably. There we go. Alright, there appears to be another trap going on. Want to avoid that if we can. Okay. Okay, let us go with a stealth option with Sundowner. We'll have him disable the traps while we're at it. There we go.
I managed it. Will this ever end?
Okay, I think that's all the traps, but I don't think... Well, I don't think it's all the traps. I think there's more. We just haven't spotted them. Which is actually a bad thing.
Stretch me muscles.
Let's take out the Horse Reaper. There we go.
This should do it.
Alright. Alright. Let's grab these while we're at it. Alright, let's see if we can talk with the prisoner there. And hopefully we should be able to convince them to go down. Or try to, anyways. Alright. Hello. The prisoners are still chained to the totem. They look at you with vacant eyes, as if they do not fully understand what is happening. Let's examine the prisoners. Simple clothes, work-worn hands, weather-beaten faces. The people in front of you clearly earn a living under the sun or in the forest. Apart from bruises and grazes, nobody looks seriously hurt. The prisoners are looking at you slightly dazed, and a shadow of the horrors they've been through hangs over their face. The passive three. Go to Keston and his militia. They will take care of you. Alright. Nice. The stone is sticky with blood. The totem is covered in blood and colorful blotches. Okay. That's basically them though, no? We are currently at heavyweight, so gotta drop some more gear. I'll drop the padded next, I think. Kinda hate having to do this all the time, but it's needed for this circumstance. Otherwise, I will be slow as heck. Right, almost done. I'll just drop those and then we'll be good. Okay. Loot. There appears to be some more over here, so let's grab those while we're at it. Some cheese and whatnot. Grapes. Shattered in the dirt are bones, bits of meat, and other leftovers. I see. Okay, and there appears to be some loot here. And a nice little barrier leading into another area. Kind of surprised the goblins managed to do all this. Alright, leave those. And now we go into the camp itself. Just gotta buff up a little bit and then we're good to go. Okay, Mistral should buff up with Shield of Faith. Okay, Shield of Faith. There we go. Alright, we're going to want Resist Fire Communal. Once again. We're going to want to aid, I think. Get aid to Steven, the Wolf, and let's go with Sundowner for higher attack rolls. We should give everybody good hope. Compson will enlarge Sundowner, Samuel, and Mistral, I think. Here we go. And Mistral, and then we do blur on the ones that are likely to go into melee. So that'll be Steven, the Wolf, and let's go on Sundowner because he is more weak, and Samuel. Alright, anything else that I can do? I can give healing to Steven, so let's do that. Okay. Done. I think that's all the buffing we can do for ourselves. Defensive spin always helps. Gonna keep 2 dragon style, I think. Yeah. That should do it. Okay. We got Dazzling Display on hand if we ever need it. We're gonna keep Bewildering Injury because it'll make things easier to attack. Actually, let's keep it to that. All right, I think we're good to go. Yeah. All right, let's do this. Let's do a quick save, considering the circumstances, and let's go in and engage. Alright.
Their life ends here!
Death you seeks, death you finds.
I don't like you!
We'll have the wolf go distract everybody else. And we will have Mistral provide everybody with Swift Tactician. There we go. Now everybody should have the resistance sorted.
We don't give up. Lamashtu be with us. Red bleed his blood.
But too bad he's perished. He won't be doing anything like that anytime soon, that's for sure. Good to see you, Meg. Good to always see you here. Alright. Almost done. And that... Oh. The shaman's getting up. Hello? As you approach, the shaman bursts into a bizarre squawking. After a moment, it becomes clear to you. The goblin, choking on his own blood, has broken into a gloating laughter.
The Baron is too late. The will of Lamashtu came true. The bloom be happening.
What are you talking about, you madman? The shaman's eyes, red, small, and wrinkled, have feverish glint in them.
And who else? The blossom seeds came down the stream. We drink. Boom, boom. Longshanks drink, and boom, boom, boom. Flowers grow. Great beasts crawl out. Lamashtu be pleased. I knew straight away what goblins do must. Go upstream. Seek Great Mother. The shaman convulsively sucks some air in and carries out a weakening voice. Find Lamashtu's womb up the river. Home of great beasts, seed breedery. Leave guards so no one come in. And go back. Make the Longshanks gulp. Taint more. So man death, all seeds planted. I'll make it. Before. The light in the shaman's eyes is growing dim. Don't you dare right now, you filth. The shaman's words become quieter and quieter. We be Lamashtu's sons. Watering, seed sowing, readying for the season of bloom. All together. Boom, boom, boom. The shaman emits a long wheeze and freezes, looking straight into your eyes. His dull eyes
are lit by an evil flicker. The season of bloom has begun. You no stopping us. I see. Well then, that's concerning,
Interesting.
putting it lightly. Alright, let's dismantle that trap. Grab the loot.
Oh, I
Nice.
managed it.
Vest of 100 pockets. +5 competence bonus to trickery. Ooh, not bad. Alright. Got a treasure chest here
It's
for
done.
Mother's Care. And, yeah. That's most of the loot. We still got a few things here and there, so let's grab it while we can. Torx Pendant is always nice. That's basically gold. Some
I'm
gold
there.
here and there. Otherwise, that's that. That is, yeah. That's it. A keen frost finesse-wielding kukri. I do believe that is Sundowner's specialty. The kukri. A 4 to 12, that's not bad. It is a +2 dagger, and yeah, it's a +15 to damage. Ooh. I'll have to remove Arcane Protector at some point, but... Wait, hold on. Yeah, if I go the Chaos Shard, it's a little better. But the kukris are pretty good. Alright, I guess we can just jump down the cliff now. And get going. I do believe that's the shortcut. And yeah, there's no other people here, I don't think, so let's go. If there were, I just didn't see them. And I can't bother. Or I can't be bothered, rather. Alright. Oh dear. Yep. As I expected. Come on then. Distract with the wolf. There we go. Good. Done. And thankfully, very little death. The prisoners died, of course, but that's fine. Skin collect. Skin those, collect. And then the other 3, skin collect. Alright. Let's actually level up Monsoon then. He is now a level 10 kineticist, and he now has a new wild talent. Boost up his UMD, boost up his trickery, because, you know, why not? And what else do we want to boost up? I guess the only other thing I could probably boost up is... I guess upgrading his stealth and mobility might be good. That way we have another person with trickery and whatnot. But it doesn't really matter in the end. He is just a subplot character for the ability stuff. He's got some Earth Kinetic Feast he can access. He can get Skilled Kineticist if he so desires. He can get Skill Focus. Not that I use him for skills, really. The only thing I'd consider using him for is, like, trickery, but that's if I fail the first check, really. Which is not a bad idea, all things considering. Kineticist bonus feat Earth. You can recover from a d4 of ability score damage to one of your physical ability scores. One second. Let's see. The DC of Constitution-based wild talents. The duration of the wild talents with Constitution-based durations. Her bonus to concentration checks for wild talents. Neither. Alright. It doesn't really matter in the end. The point is that I'm not going to be in melee, so that's kind of pointless, so... You know what? Let's get Trickery. I think having Trickery for Monsoon is actually pretty nice. Alright, and with that, let's go to talk with Kester and Garess. Kestern breathes heavily, looking around at the bloody battlefield. Your Grace, how can this be? The people, the prisoners from the camp, they've exploded just like that. The shaman was mumbling about a season of bloom. It seems the seeds the people swallowed turned into portals. Kestern wipes his brow. If all the seeds have blossomed, Abadar protect us. The capital is full of the infected. Both on the streets and the Kavkin hospital. Kestern turns to you. You must hurry to the capital. I will continue looking for the source of the seeds. What will become of the survivors in this camp? Most of who survived the opening of the bloom ran. I hope they find their way home, or manage to reach the main road and are found by patrols. The shaman mentioned a place up the stream, Lamashtu's womb. It is the source of the seeds. Then I'm gathering my men and heading out there. Keston bows darken, and his eyes narrow. I swear upon my life I will find this womb, your grace, and destroy the source of disease. But Kavkin gods be merciful. He has no one protect him, and the citizens. Will the guards be enough to halt the attack of these horde creatures? Keston falls silent for a moment, his brow troubled. No, I have to go up the river. Make sure there are no new seeds. I must stop this curse at the source. It is for you to decide, your grace, where your help is needed. Jod will defend his patients to the last. As for me, I'll do the same. Anything to put an end to this horror once and for all. Keston, you are in my service, not to play hero in the woods while my subjects and families were... Not to play here in the woods while my subjects, the families of your militia, are being sacrificed. Now fulfill your duty. Gather your squad and take it to the capital. Keston freezes, then lowers his eyes. I'm sorry, your grace. The immediacy of the situation clouded my judgment. He steps back and bows. I shall head to the capital at once, Baron. That's for the best. The last thing we need is to go about that until we're sorted. We'll start with the capital, then we'll deal with the balloon. Better everybody together than separated, right? Alright, let's collect everything. And finally, let's dip. Whew. This is a jam-packed stream, isn't it? As much as I'd like to continue, however, I don't think, I don't really want to. Well, not that I don't want to, but I think this is a good way to cut it off, per se. It'd be a very nice place to cut it off, and it'd be a good cliffhanger for the next stream. So you guys got something to enjoy. So, we're gonna rest off at Tussdale, right here. And we will get there later. But I digress. For those of you on YouTube, like, subscribe, comment, hit the bell notification if you want to see more of my stuff. I stream every day, so you'll be able to see more of my stuff accordingly. If you're on Twitch, follows are always appreciated. The more follows you provide for me, the more stuff I can give you guys. It's always, every little bit is appreciated. And if you like my stuff and want to keep watching more of it, just keep supporting me and I'll keep throwing out stuff. But I digress. If you like my I hope you enjoyed today's content. I know I did. And I will see you all in next stream. Take care, everyone.